Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to This Barry Live. I'm your host, This Barry. I don't know if I really need to say that I am the host. I mean, there's not more than one person here, but I just kind of get into the groove of things. So, how's everybody doing out there today? I'm doing all right myself. I'm a little tired, a little sluggish, and I've been messing with settings on this thing, and not everything's fixed up. But I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a live stream here, before I got everything set up and fixed and ready, because it's going to be a while before I get everything put in here and everything's ready to go. I still got boxes and shit. But, I figure I can come on here and shoot the shit with you guys for a little bit, and maybe we can talk a little bit about what's going on with things. I know last time I came in here and I just flooded the subject with nothing but WWE stuff. It's because right now the WWE is a pretty fucking hot topic, and I think I think anybody who knows anything knows why it's a pretty fucking hot topic. I mean, I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I wasn't paying attention to fucking shit with that business until The Rock came back in there. So that's the biggest reason it's like fucking trending every day in Twitter. And that's nothing against, I know everybody, lately is loving Cody Rhodes. That's nothing against the guy, but it wasn't trending like every fucking day until The Rock came in there and started doing shit. So that's why I've been talking so much about fucking WWE. Now, what am I looking at here? Got a little pop up over here. Oh, okay. Okay, the weird thing about this fucking stream is that I've got the bit rate set to 6,800. So it should look okay, but it might be fuzzy on you guys' part. I don't know. YouTube keeps sending me a thing saying that my bit rate is lower than it should be, and then I need to go to my settings and set it. I did that. I went into my settings, I set my bit rate, I did everything that I was supposed to do, and now the stream says excellent, but I still got the little warning thing. Maybe it just ain't updated the warning thing. I got no fucking clue. But other than that, it should be okay. I mean, the thing's green. It's excellent. You guys tell me, what does it look like on your end? Does the stream look okay? I know it's probably pretty echoey. I can't really do shit about that. I got the microphone pulled up closer to my face this time. That's the best thing I can do. But aside from that, I mean, there's not any furniture really in here. I've got like a little shelf over here. I got the desk. I got, I got a TV and a shelf sitting over here. But that whole back wall, there's fucking nothing. I need to get some shit back there. It's taking me some time. All right, so let's go ahead and check and see who we got in here. We've got Grodstos. How you doing, buddy? We got Alan. How you doing, Alan? We got Joe the Khajiit Furry Cat. Have I read that before? I don't know. How you doing? We've got William. I think we've only got like 9 or 10 people in here, so yeah, I think I can read the names. I think it's all right. We got William Alms or Elms. I don't know. You tell me how I'm supposed to pronounce that. I'm terrible at this shit. We got Baxter Bunny. We got Unknown User 1. Well, we ain't gonna figure out much about that guy. We got Santana Foulard. We've got, I think I've named them all. Oh, wait, we got Brandon the Casual Gamer. YouTube, I assume, was what the YT stands for. What's going on, buddy? We've got Niku. We've got Vilemaster Shake. Hey, I know that name. How you doing, buddy? We got Evis Poosley. Okay, I'm trying to get that name right. I know it's a play on Elvis here. We've got, I think I've named everybody in the chat. I don't know if I've named everybody that's viewing, but I don't think everybody's typed either. But that's everybody in the chat right now. How's everything going, guys? I still haven't set this up to where the water is over here. Like I was saying on the last stream right now, like it's interchangeable. You can take the screws out of the headset holder and move the headset holder over there to the side, and then the cup holder over here. But originally I was planning on sitting this way, so I put the cup holder over there, and now I need to change it over. So yeah, I just got the whole camera on full right now. So, that's it. I just got the whole camera on full. Usually I zoom it in a little bit, but I was kind of worried that if I zoomed it in, it would lose like bit rate or whatever. So I've just left it as it is, which is probably showing a little too much, but that's all right. It's no big deal. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit of what you guys are saying. So it might be quiet for just a second. You have that name on a belt? That's pretty cool, man. Is it like a custom championship? Like a WWE championship or something like that? Or you just mean like a basic belt? Fine at the moment. Good. I'm hopefully it's not as blurry as it was last time. Because last time I came on here, it was super fucking blurry. And I'm guessing my bit rate was just like default shit. I don't know why that is, but I mean, the internet should be fine, but it was just default shit. Barry's bearded up. Not really. I just need to shave. I'm not really. I'm not trying to grow a beard. Just need to shave a little bit. Where have I been? I talked a little bit about that on the last stream. Just a lot of life stuff going on, and I'm in a new place now, and basically just spent a lot of years working my job and building towards this new place and everything else. And I basically had to dedicate every minute that I could into just building me back up. That's basically where I've been, just building me, working on me. A lot of difficulties in life, had a lot of issues happen. And I had to work through a lot of things, and a lot of changes happen. And I'm having to I was having to kind of readjust to life and get into kind of a new world basically for me. And this place is like the biggest step of all, getting this place and getting everything going. So yeah, I'm in a place now where, as you can see, I can stream, but it's not ready to go. It's still got a ways, man. I got to get some shit moved in here, but I'm still doing a lot of renovations to this place. Right now, I talked about on last stream. Right now, my kitchen's just absolute fucking shit. So I'm having to go through there, and we're having to tear out some stuff in the walls and fix some stuff over in the walls. And I'm basically having to get like everything new. I had to get a new water heater for this place. I finally got the water heater. It's sitting there ready to be connected. But I've also got some work I got to do on the water lines. There is a lot of shit that I'm having to take care of in this place right now. So I would not say that it's ready to go, to say the least. But even so, it's getting there, and it will get there. And when it does, it'll be a beautiful place. It'll be amazing. It's probably too big, to some extent for what I need it for, but it was a good deal, and that's what I jumped for. And you get the trade off. For anybody wondering, well, if you had gotten something smaller, you probably wouldn't got something cheaper. Well, no, not necessarily. It being big would have factored in big time to the price if it didn't have so much shit that needed fixed. So basically, it was a trade-off. It's a big place, but it's got a fuck ton of things that needed work on it. And I'm getting them done. I mean, I got a lot of stuff done on here. I even got some new gutters put up on this place. So it's turning out really great. And it's just taking a long time. I had to fix a lot of stuff with the roof and everything. I got a bunch of new stuff put up there on the roof. It's really nice now. It's slowly getting there. But the interior still needs work. Some of these walls are still kind of shitty. They've used like wallpaper on a lot of these walls. There's some real granny shit style wallpaper in some of these rooms, man. And it's kind of dirty, and you could tell somebody's backed their asshole into the wall a few times. Shit like that. Somebody's been getting busy on these walls. So I'm having to go through and kind of change everything out, swap everything out, basically. Just fix it up real nice and clean like. Let's see now. I'm probably lost here in the chat, but it's the new system they got. It just knocks me back down, so I'm like way, way lower than I should be. So I miss a lot of the chat, and I apologize for that, guys. I try to get it, but there's just no way I can get it all. Because, like I said, it keeps fucking me over. It bounces me back down. A lot of people saying, "Hey, I read up to that point. What's going on, the Helix?" Eventually, I'll get that name right, I'm sure. I'm never going to get that name right. Doing great. Okay, so I've already read up to this point. Oh, basic belt, you were saying. So what, like a championship or something? Hey, you should get it put on a fucking championship next, man. But no, that's pretty cool. Basic belt, that's pretty cool. What's going on, Lightning Force? Say to him. Let's see. Alex says, "Hey Barry, what projects do you have in mind?" Before I started doing streaming and everything, I didn't even know if I was going to get back into streaming. I just wanted to start trying to make some new stuff. And I got a lot of stuff. I mean, tons of stuff, but none of it's been really put into production, to say the least. But that was originally all I was going to do, was just that kind of stuff. And I was like, well, maybe I'll just stay off live stream for a little while. But I couldn't resist, man. You start getting things set up and you get the camera and everything going, and I was like, fuck it, we got to hit live because I got to sit here, I got to talk to you guys sometimes. I can't guarantee that I'll be able to do live as much as I originally did like 3 years back, especially with some of the stuff that I want to do. But I'm definitely going to be getting on here on occasion talking about things, especially if there's like something big happens with video games or WWE or something like that. There's just times I want to come on here and talk. Sometimes I just want to come on here and address something. Other times, I'll tell you right now, like the last stream, I actually recorded 2 videos. I ain't going to upload those videos now because I did a whole fucking live stream instead. But it was one of those things where I just sat down in front of the camera and I was just sitting here talking and going over a bunch of stuff with my life and the things that was going on, where I've been and why I'm coming back, all this horse shit. And then I was just like, for fuck's sake, why don't we just do that live? Like, what's the big deal? Let's just go live. That way I don't have to like cut things, clip things. And if I like need to piss or get a drink or something, it's live anyway. Like I don't have to edit it. You guys are going to stay or you're not. But that's why I just went live last time. And like I said, it was just kind of off cuff. I just like, fuck it, let's go. Let's see. Where am I at now? Am I still buddies with Billy Bob Tanley? Of course I am. I just now came back, so I've only been back for a short little while. I talk to Billy Bob all the time, and keep up with him all the time and what he's doing with his stuff and his reactions and everything. But I haven't been like actually getting in front of the camera and doing pretty much absolutely fucking nothing. So yeah, that's about it. But eventually I will get back on here with Billy Bob Tanley. It's just some of the stuff I'm going to be doing is going to be just me. Other stuff will be like Billy Bob Tanley. Basically, you guys are going to make something totally gay out of this. But basically, it's like, sometimes you want to do the tag team matches and you want to do that stuff, but you can't go for the world heavyweight title unless you're in the singles division. Somehow that all sounds awful. It all just sounds fucking awful. Even the word singles. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. For me, I got to come on here sometimes. I got to put out my own stuff, do my own thing. That's not to say that I don't like to do stuff or collaborations and things like that. I do. And I do have plans. Hell, Billy Bob's going to be in some stuff in the future. But I do have plans with other people. But I also want to make sure that I'm doing my own thing and get my own stuff out there. And because if you notice, go ahead. Take a good fucking look at this channel. How much content you see on here? Fucking nothing. Now, I've had content on here before, but it was kind of like shitty, taken out of a stream. Didn't look that great. I'll tell you right now, when I put something out, I like to put some real production value into it. I like to make sure that shit is as high quality as I can possibly get. I mean, hell, the last thing that I really put out was a long time ago, and that was on the Otis Show's channel. And that was the Halloween video that we did when we went off and we searched for aliens and all that shit. And Billy Bob got abducted and he had some butt sex he probably wasn't happy with. But, that's the last time we really did something big. And I can say that the production quality was kind of shit because of the camera. The camera that I was using at the time was just shit. I mean, it was an old camera from 2008. The lighting was awful. We were standing in the dark. I wouldn't call that good production quality, but it was funny. And it was something that people could really watch and enjoy. And it was a piece of evergreen content that people can always go back to. And I don't really like news and stuff like that because that kind of shit's not evergreen. If I'm going to do news and stuff, for the most part, there may be on occasion I do almost like a vlog, but for the most part, I'm going to come in here on a live stream and talk about news and things like that. Maybe do almost a podcast-esque stream, because I feel like that's more suitable for news. Like, people can go back. I'll tell you right now, unless I fuck something up and I have to take a stream down, I'm planning on leaving the streams up this time. Before, I didn't used to do that, but I was being really cautious. I was afraid that maybe I would get something would happen and my channel would get struck. Well, I don't plan on constantly having other people's videos up here all the time. So I don't really have to worry about getting a copyright strike or anything like that. And the music I use in my intro is royalty-free music. So I can use that whenever the fuck I want to. So I can leave these up and it's fine. Unless, of course, I jump up or something and my dick pops out of my pants, then I'm probably going to take that out of the fucking stream and shut it down, But so far, so far I've been lucky, and that's not happened. But the point being, if something like that happened, I'd take it down. Not that it would fucking do anything for me, because one of you motherfuckers would just clip it and put it all over the fucking internet. It'd be on Pornhub in 5 seconds, you pieces of shit. But I would take it down anyway, just in case. Maybe I caught it before you guys did. But that's the only way that a live stream won't be archived. For the most part, they're going to be archived. Now, this stream today is going to be fairly short. I always say that. I end up like dragging it much longer than I'm supposed to. But it's supposed to be fairly short today. I got some stuff I need to take care of. But I tell you right now, the last time I came on here and I spent 2 hours, I had some shit I needed to take care of too. And I still spent 2 hours, so who the fuck knows? Let me go through and read some of the comments. Remember that video, Halloween? Yeah, that was a good one. I really like that one. I'd like to do more videos like that. You know, you got to find more stuff to go after. You got to find more cryptids to hunt. I'm telling you right now, one of the things I would fucking love to do is I'd love to go on a good old-fashioned Bigfoot hunt. Capture me a big feats. Get that motherfucker, skin him alive, eat that motherfucker in a soup, but I ain't done it yet. We ain't ran after that motherfucker. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to find him, I'm going to just shave him down, and I'm going to eat him. Everything that I said within that entire thing just sounded all fucked up. Let's see now. Bust33 says, joke's on you. I'm screen recording this stream. Bust that, I'm letting the stream be archived, so you're wasting your fucking time. You can probably just get a video downloader and download it when it uploads. But you're talking about jokes on me for the dick thing, right? Shit. Like I said, I can't get out of it. Whatever happens, happens, man. Just hope I don't read any names. I don't know what that is, Lightning Forest. And I'm kind of afraid of what it is, just based off that name. But you're welcome to educate me. Billy versus Barry, who is the deadliest warrior? Me. Absolutely me. Billy Bob's barely got consciousness, man. He barely stands up. The guy talks like he's dying every 10 seconds. Listen to him. Just listen to him. He can't get 2 words out without sounding like he's going to throw up. Is that a serious question? If he could just keep some kind of consciousness to him before he falls asleep, you know, maybe. He might stand a chance. Barry, do you still go to Olive Garden and get the unlimited sticks? I'll be honest with you. I ain't been to Olive Garden in a good long while, man. But I intend to, you know, because I do love those unlimited sticks, brother. I do love those fucking sticks. Those are amazing. So, yes, I will be going back to Olive Garden at some point. I just got to find a good time. You know, maybe another time where like Billy Bob's getting kidnapped or something and I'm just really fucking bored and I ain't got nothing better to do than to go get some food. That's probably when I'll do it. I'll wait till Billy Bob's under some sort of like dire situation and then I'll decide I'm going to go get some food. So, you know, but until then, you know, we're probably not going to visit Olive Garden for a little while. We'll probably just stick to hunting the animals out in the woods and frying those motherfuckers up. And secret soup. You know, the secret soup thing, I heard that in like a video one time because they did like this AI generated thing and that's where I got it. I wish I could find that story. It was fucking hilarious, but that's where I heard about the secret soup thing. I don't even know if the fucking secret soup is a real thing. I have no fucking clue. Have I heard about BBT's videos getting taken down? Yeah, absolutely. I've heard about his videos getting taken down. That's the price of uploading on YouTube. I'll tell you right now, though, we do in fact have a website, and as long as there's no big copyright content or something like that, if it's anything to do, like it's exclusive, me, Billy Bob, whatever, we're going to be uploading shit directly to that website. Because I've got the storage and everything for it now. So there will be times where we'll just upload videos to the website. It might also be on like Rumble or something like that. But when it comes to Billy Bob, he's got a platform because the same place where I'd be uploading is the same place he'd be uploading. So, which is Mighty V Media. So he's going to be putting his shit up there. If there's anything that we feel like is at risk of getting like a really bad age restriction or whatever, we might still put it on YouTube. I mean, you know, as long as it's not got copyrighted, we should be fine. Then again, I don't know. Sometimes like they got rules on, I don't want to use the word, but unaliving yourself and things like that. You can't say words. So they've got rules on shit like that sometimes. And those will probably also be on the website and Rumble and things like that. But yes, I have heard about his videos getting removed and the way that is. If you're talking about have I heard about like where all of his videos, like the majority of his content got removed, Yeah, absolutely. I know everything about that. Let me tell you about that shit, by the way. When it comes down to what he had to do, it wasn't YouTube that went through and took down every single video that Billy Bob had. He was at risk because, there's a lot of things that happen with, the way YouTube changes stuff in their policies and everything. So he went through and he just got rid of anything that was a big risk factor. And unfortunately, that was a lot of stuff. Now, Billy Bob still has stuff. He kept his shit. Like, he's not deleted it. It's not gone forever. Like, he's going to re-upload what he can to other channels and stuff as far as I'm concerned. It's just, it takes time. He's got so many fucking reaction requests that he takes on. It takes a lot of fucking time. So when he can get to the point of uploading older content, he will. But it'll be on other channels that are also, those channels will also be at risk in time. It's going to happen. So my advice to you is if you see something you really like of Billy Bob's, download it. That way, no matter what happens, you've got it. Because BBT don't give a shit about people going through and downloading videos, man. A lot of times he makes those reactions specifically for people. They contribute to his channel and he gives them a reward. That's basically how his system works. And, it's a neat little system, man. A lot of people, they just take contributions and you basically get a thumbs up and a smile. So Billy Bob watches a whole fucking video depending on how much people's contributed. And I think it's a really good system he's got going for himself. But with that said, it's more of like, he's just making something for the person requesting it. And he puts it up for everybody to see, but that's basically what it is. It's just, here's the video that you wanted. And I think that's basically, it's not like he goes through and picks all this stuff himself. But it's a good little system. Aside from that, though, it is kind of like a reward system more than anything. Thanks, Alan. But my last name is definitely not Tanley. Let's see, somebody says, I ain't reading that because I know what that stands for. Why you guys decided. I don't know what you're talking about, Niku. I have no fucking clue. You in the wrong world, buddy. I have no fucking clue. See, I got to be quiet when I read some of this shit because if I don't, you never know what you're going to run into. Billy Bob Tanley has his own job. He does his own stuff, but the contributions and everything that he gets to his channel are from some very generous people that love his content, and I think that's really fucking amazing. I'm glad he's got a system like that that allows people to contribute to him, because honestly, YouTube will not do anything of the sort. They won't. And they absolutely, they don't mess with ads with him or anything. He's basically blacklisted. Billy Bob could never monetize shit on his channel. So without the system he has, without basically leaving it to the fans, his channel wouldn't make jack, man. Like, that's just the way it is. I know there's a lot of people out there that they probably don't care for that system. But the fact of the matter is, Billy Bob will react to something. Like, he hasn't done it in a good long while, but he will react to something if he genuinely finds something he likes. And he's like, hey, I'm going to do this. And he sees it himself. He would actually react to it. I have no doubt that he would. But a lot of times people send him stuff that I don't think Billy Bob would otherwise ever really see. Like, there's a lot of content, not all of it, like some of the AVGN stuff and everything I think you would have seen otherwise in time. But, basically somebody's saying, here's a donation. If you watch this, basically I want you to watch this right now. So they're just kind of getting him to jump on it right that very second. But there's a lot of stuff Billy Bob gets requested, he'd never look at. Like, it would never happen. So it kind of presents that opportunity for them to get him to look at something otherwise he'd probably never check out. That's basically it. He'd probably never see it. And so he does that, and it's a good little system. And to look like a squirrel. Well, that's real nice. You'll have to share that video at some point. I'm sure that's great. I've been edited a few times into some things. What you did most, you talking about downloading them, reading Boost Guardian's comment. Yeah, it's the best thing you can do is just go through and download as much stuff as you possibly can, because like I said, you never know when YouTube's going to take it down. You have no fucking clue. Uh, so one of the things, I don't know if you guys want to get into talking about WWE. I'm going to ask you right now. Would you like, because I need to do like topic based streams. I really do. And I need to just say this is this topic and this is this topic. Right now, I'm just kind of doing shoot the shit chatting for a brief little bit, and that's about it. But would you guys like to talk a little bit about some of the stuff going on in WWE right now? Because there's some cool shit going on. I don't know, maybe not cool shit. If you want to hear some WWE stuff, just leave me a Y in chat. If you would rather not, I guess just don't say a fucking thing. Somebody says, why is Hellion Hero gone? I would take it if he's gone. He probably uploaded something YouTube didn't like, and they probably struck him for it. He probably got 3 strikes or whatever, and that's probably what happened, man. I mean, that shit, it happens. Lightning Forest HD says, are you going to watch some videos here? I do plan on occasionally watching some videos and doing some reactions. However, at this moment, I cannot do that because I've only got one monitor set up here, and I don't have like basically the ability to keep track of the OBS, look at the chat, plus watch the video. I can't do that right now until I get a second monitor, which I intend to do. I'm going to get me a second monitor and put it probably right around here where the camera's at, just a little to the right of it. So we will get a second monitor, and then I'll be able to watch some stuff. And a lot of times I'll probably just go through and pick some of my own stuff too. Says, what's your opinion on the... Bustnut33 says, no God, no wrestling, please. Bustnut, I take it you're not subscribed to Wrestle Chumps. We might actually have to do like a stream on Wrestle Chumps, just so it's exclusively WWE. What's your opinion on the Rock Cody Rhodes situation? Yeah, that's WWE. I don't want to say the word bust nut, but yes, for that, absolutely, they'll get you for that. So, I mean, if he did something that they consider that, they'll kick your ass off. I mean, they take that very seriously. So, whether I like it or I hate on it, either way is entertaining. Some people like it, some people don't. I think it's just because I drag it out so long. When I get into talking about wrestling, man, I can go for 100 years. There's been a lot of stuff happen, and it's my man, it's The Rock, so I definitely want to go on there and I want to talk about some stuff with him. But I feel like I'm on borrowed time to talk about that stuff because WWE is not something I really want to talk about that often, believe it or not. There's not been much going on. Just The Rock's in there right now, and I really like the shit that's going on with his story and, him turning heel and things like that. So I want to kind of eventually talk about that before the fire goes out, because it's hot right now, but it ain't going to be. I think he's going to come in there, do some stuff, and then take a fuck walk. He's going to get out of there. Why do I always eat a big ass dinner? I had some lasagna today. It was a fresh boar. Why do I always eat a big old dinner and then come on the stream? So I'm sitting there doing this number the whole fucking time. Well, Bustnut, I'm sure you've seen there's things like Rumble and shit like that you can upload to, but I'm going to be honest with you. Rumble's on borrowed time, man. I don't think it'll last forever. None of these big competitors to YouTube ever last that long. I know they got things like Kick that's competing with Twitch, not really YouTube so much, and Rumble that's competing with YouTube. Anything that's like video based, they don't last very long. So upload while you can. Put what you can on there, especially if you got... I know how you are, Bustnut. I know you put some real fucked up shit out there. And it's great. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love that stuff. But the fact of the matter is, unfortunately, you're going to probably have to pick another place to put it in time, because it's only going to get worse. It's been getting worse, man. I mean, shit's gotten riskier and riskier, Let's see. Hey, that's true, Alan. He did. Hey, Will Smith, Cody Rhodes. He absolutely did. It's great, though. I loved it. Good way to flip it around. Where the hell am I here? Yeah, I already went over my thoughts on the stuff with the. Well, no, I didn't go over my current thoughts. We'll get into WWE later. You can tell I'm itching, man. I love what's going on right now with that business. It's great. There's also stuff going on with video games. I don't know how many of you motherfuckers play video games, but I'm sure you've heard about the stuff going on with Xbox. I put up a video on Xbox. You know, that video was absolute fucking trash, man. I just wanted to get my opinion out on the Xbox right then and there, and I wanted to mainly state the positives. And I'll tell you right now, I fucked up because when I made that video as quick as I possibly could and upload, I think I did like 3 or 4 cuts. I made it as quick as I possibly could. I forgot some of the biggest things, and some of the biggest things was the backwards compatibility of the Xbox. One of the probably fucking primary feature of the Xbox is being able to play just about any game. Xbox, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Xbox 360. Like, I forgot to mention that fucking part. And I was like, well, maybe I ought to redo it. It's already uploaded now. I ain't fucking redoing that. But yeah, that was a huge thing I missed in the Xbox. And I'll tell you right now, for anybody that might have watched that video and thought, well, oh, Barry probably he's a big old Xbox guy. No, not really. Actually, that's my newest console. I bought the Xbox. It was the newest one I got, and I really just wanted a second console to put here in the office area because I wanted the PlayStation 5 for the living room. And so I didn't want to get a second PlayStation 5, so I decided, hey, let's get something different. Got the Xbox. Now they're talking about all this news where they're like the exclusives are going to be. That's not true, by the way. They actually talked a little bit today. Phil Spencer came out there and talked a little bit today and said that he's not putting all the exclusives on PlayStation. He's only putting like 4 of them on there, which is basically key for when this works out and we see that the sales are great, we're going to put the rest of them on PlayStation. But with that said, right now, basically just trying to calm everybody's dicks a little bit. He's just basically telling everybody, hey, we're not putting all your precious babies on PlayStation. And it's just to calm them down. And you know, my biggest question when it comes down to that kind of stuff, what exclusives, man? They got like what, 5, 6 fucking games and they're not really exclusive. I mean, yeah, they're not on PlayStation, but they're on fucking PC. You can play just about all of them on Steam or what the hell is it, Game Pass for computer. Like, they're not fucking exclusive to begin with. And there's just a lot of people that have got just really pissed off. And when it comes down to that topic, I'll give my take on it right now. You probably heard this from a lot of people, but it's the same thing for me. There's a lot of very strong positives to them putting exclusive games on PlayStation or Switch or whatever, but there's also some negatives because clearly less competition is never a good thing, and it can give PlayStation the ability to have a monopoly over the industry because, let's fucking face it, Nintendo ain't really in the game. I mean, I love Nintendo stuff, but brother, they're mainly just for their own first-party games. You don't get a Nintendo and say, I can't wait to play the new Call of Duty or the new WWE or sports game. I mean, I think they do have sports games, like watered-down shit versions, but you don't get a Nintendo thinking that. So really, it puts it to where, like, most AAA games will be only on the PlayStation if they did that. Like, that's basically it, because there'd be no reason to really put them on the Xbox. It's like you're putting them on a system where it's the same as the PlayStation, but it has less. That's going to discourage a lot of people. So that does, like I said, eventually it kind of rules them out of the competition, which maybe he wants to do. Maybe Phil Spencer and them, maybe they want to get out of the console stuff and they just want to keep going developing video games. I don't know. Maybe this is like their slow process into that. And years ago, I'm not sure what you're talking about here. Let's see. Oh, are you talking about the one where they were talking about where you can't share games or whatever? And then the dude came out like it on the PlayStation and was like, this is how you share games, and he handed it to him? Because that was an amazing thing. I loved that. Now, I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to be sharing games. I think eventually they're just going to go all digital. See you later, D. Alex. Thanks for showing up, buddy. Let's see now. Better than the streams back in the day when you guys would be reacting for hours and you could only have time to eat a sandwich. I mean, a lot of people liked those streams where we would just react in the shit, but I do feel like it takes a lot of being able to just sit here and talk to you guys out of it, because obviously we're sitting there watching a video most of the time. I can't like check the chat while I'm watching something. So it was very limited streams, to say the least. We can only do so much. But I did enjoy them to some extent. Sometimes some of the fucking shit y'all sent, man. I just remember going through a lot of pain. Right? I still got like war memories of that shit. Flashbacks going across my eyes, brother. I ain't forgot. I remember it. And I can't believe I'm putting myself back out here to endure more of that shit. But, you know, here I am, just craving eating more shit, apparently. All right, did I miss something up here? Sony's response was tremendous. Yeah, and this time around, they really ain't had to do much. They just kind of had to go in there and release a few exclusives. I'll be honest with you, though. PlayStation ain't done that much. Have they done more than Series X? Fucking yeah. But they ain't done that much. Like, compared to other systems they've released. The PlayStation 5 has probably been one of the most starved consoles. There's only been a few big AAAs. And most of them, they're good games. Don't get me wrong. I'd play them, but they're kind of mostly like cinematic experiences. A lot of it's kind of like the cameras over the shoulder. You're going on like a big adventure, you know, something like that. And that's mainly like the type of games they've been releasing. It's all kind of the same type. And I'm not that big into like the cinematic games constantly. I like it to where more they just drop you in the game and say fucking go. I'd say for me, I love shit like Elden Ring. I really get into shit like Elden Ring, man. And I love, you know, the Dark Souls, Bloodborne, shit like that. Like, I just love, there's some cutscenes, but it's mainly just get the fuck in the game and beat the shit out of shit. That's my kind of stuff, man. So for me, the PlayStation exclusives, and this is in no way me dogging the exclusives, but they're not my cup of tea. I did get the new God of War Ragnarok that came out, but I got it because it went down to like 30 on Black Friday, and I may or may not have ever opened it and possibly just watched it on YouTube. So that's my whole point, is I just feel like some of those fucking games, it's like, it's a great cinematic experience, but I can't see myself really saying I want to play them as much as I want to watch them. And like, again, I will say that's not me dogging those games. I can understand how a lot of people would want to get into God of War and play, because I love the way like the axe feels and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm not the craziest about the gameplay of the new God of Wars. I liked the old ones. I liked the OG, God of Wars, where you went out there and you could jump and you were blowing shit up left and right. And I feel like the newer ones are a little more, what's the word for it? Grounded, I will say. Like, you feel heavier. You feel like you're playing a movie in the newer ones. You feel more grounded. You feel heavier. You feel almost like tank controls. Like, I never cared for games that much where you're backing up and you're like running backwards instead of just changing direction and running the other way. And that's a lot of PlayStation's types of games like Last of Us and God of War. I've never got into the way those felt that much. I don't know. It's like these games are all based around reality, but then again, how many fucking people would be running backwards? Like, if you're going to base it around reality, wouldn't these fucking people, I don't know, turn around? Like, the only way to do that would be to use the camera. Otherwise, you're doing the backup thing. And I never liked the way those felt. Big Enchilada says, what's your favorite game of all time? Easy. It is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Has it aged well? No. But do I still love that game? Absolutely. It was innovative. It was a pioneer of its time. It basically led every single big 3D adventure game in the direction that they are today, especially when it comes down to open world. Maybe a little too much on like Ubisoft or Ubisoft, however the fuck you pronounce that company's name. Like, some people have taken open world games and just, it don't need to be open world every single fucking time if you ain't got enough shit to put in the world. But Ocarina of Time, man. It's got to be Ocarina of Time. Yeah, absolutely love that one. So yeah, we might just have to do like topics or something. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get into this stream is for games, this stream is for wrestling, stuff like that. But right now, we're just shooting shit. Like I said, these are usually like this is gonna be a calmer stream. I will say that definitely gonna be a calmer stream. Dedicate games to PC, port and drop the console business. You're probably right to think that, Busnut. I think they will eventually, but to be honest, I think Sony will do the same thing. So I think in due time, Sony will eventually get out of the console market. Right now, there's too much money to be had, but in time, they'll get out of the console market too. Billy Bob Ambrose. I don't see that being likely. I don't think we're just going to get into a big ass wrestling match and go at it. But once again, if we was to do that, I would beat both their asses. End of story. All right, Billy Bob's drunk all the time, and one of these people ain't even got a fucking face, so it wouldn't be much of a battle. I don't know. That might actually make it harder. I mean, I could punch him in the dick, I guess. But if I punch him in the face, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to fall into that big hole he calls a face. So I don't know. And again, if you take that mask off of him, I'm pretty sure it's just a big old ass. Did I go see that shitty Madam Web movie? God fucking no, I did not see that movie. I've heard things, but there was nothing at fucking all about that movie that looked appealing to me. I mean, before it came out, I just looked at it and said, why the fuck would I watch that? The acting seemed atrocious just from the few little things I saw. Not to say that it all was, but just some of it just seemed really shit. Like, I wasn't that into it. And I was like, what are they going to do with this? And is it even part of the MCU? Like, are they actually going to be combining with this with the MCU? Which I haven't watched it, but I'm going to go ahead and take a shot in the dark here and say no. It just kind of looks like shit. That's all there is to it. So no, I've not watched it, Busnut. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I like to watch movies because they're shitty, because it's fun to watch shitty movies. But that one just looks like it's going to be really fucking boring. Like, it don't look shitty good shitty, if you know what I mean. It just looks boring shitty. Like, it doesn't look like the fun kind of shitty. Have I played the new? Oh, what's going on? Otis says, have I played the new Suicide Squad? That same thing I just said for the fucking movie, but in game form. It doesn't look like it's gonna be good shitty. It looked like it was gonna be boring shitty. Same thing with the Suicide Squad game. I had no interest in that fucking thing. I've seen little clips of it and everything, and before it came out, I was just like, that does not interest me, man. I mean, I get that it's created by the people that made like the Arkham series for Batman and all that kind of stuff, but they have not been the same for a very long time. And I had a feeling it was going to be the same shit. And it was. From everything I've heard, it's not that great. I don't like to just listen to people. I would like to try stuff myself, but from the little bit that I've seen on clips, it just looks pretty generic, to say the least. It don't look like anything exceptional. But who knows? You know, maybe one day it'll be on sale for like $10 and I'll grab it and play it for 4 minutes or something. Let's see now. What have I missed here? What's going on, Edison Kelly? Yeah, I already got to that one. Horrific? Are you talking about the movie or the game? The Suicide Squad movie, or are we talking about, what's the name of that? What the fuck was it? Madam Web. I already forgot the fucking name. JC, does he have it? Is he playing it? Is he enjoying it? If so, I'm sorry I shit all over his game, but it looks like fucking shit, so sorry, man. Oh, Big Enchilada says, I'm going to say this word. I don't give a fuck if I don't think it's going to be. He says, just pirate it. Man, I don't want to condone anything like that, but I will say that we are approaching a world as of right now where it seems like it's going to be in all fairness here soon. People are going to be trying to steal from you, and people are going to be stealing back. So we're getting to a place now where I think that's going to become common practice here again soon. That's all I will say. What happened to my twin brother? He's actually going to be doing some stuff again here soon. He might get back on Twitch soon and play some video games. So just keep your eye on that. What am I reading here? Super Smash Bros. DLC. I don't think they're gonna add me, but you know, it's just a waste of fucking money. So he does have it, Otis. Well, I hate to shit on somebody's parade because if he went out and got it, hopefully he don't get influenced by opinions very easily. Because I'll tell you right now, if somebody tells me something shitty, a lot of times it kind of hurts that play for me because then I'm like, well, they said it was shitty. I don't know if I want to give this a shot. Hopefully, I didn't do that to him. I'm sure it's fucking great. I'm sure there's some excellent things in it. Maybe not everything. Probably most of everything is shitty, but there's probably some fun to be had there. Do I still hang out in the Jaffe streams? I haven't really jumped in one in a long time. He's been doing fucking great as far as I'm concerned. Motherfucker looks like Mr. Clean right now. I seen his fucking head's bald and shiny. He's decided to go the bald route. He looks sexy as fuck. Good job, Jaffe. But he decided to go the bald route. But that's all I've seen is like his icons for his fucking video, his thumbnails. I've not really went too much in and watched a lot of his stuff. But I'm sure he's still doing fucking great, and I'll have to go pay him a visit soon and check some stuff out and just, you know, see what he's doing. I'm sure he's doing great. I've not checked like to see like the topics or whatever, but I'm sure it's good stuff. He's been growing as far as I'm concerned. He's doing fucking awesome with numbers. I've seen that. I've not heard of that video game, Brandon. Is it an indie game? Because I've not heard the title before. It just sounds like Bad Guy Red Dead Redemption. What's going on, Seb West? My day is going okay. I'm a little sluggish today. A little tired. Been working all freaking day, and I wanted to come on here and do a little something live stream, but I didn't know for sure if I wanted to like hit live or not like immediately because I was so freaking groggy. But I was like, yeah, let's go with it. Because usually I'll get like an energy boost on stream. But I also haven't really like I'm just drinking water. I haven't really had any Mountain Dew, and I've not had anything that's really like sugary or whatever. So you know, I don't know. I'm still a little sluggish. Looks like Jack Black. Oh yeah, he's bald Jack Black now. I mean, the thing with Jaffe is it's just such a dramatic change when he shaves because it's not like he just gets a haircut. Motherfucker goes from full on goddamn Santa Claus to fucking Mr. Clean overnight. It's because of the dramatic fucking change that it takes me back. Like if he just like he had no beard and he just had like basic hair and then he shaved his head, it wouldn't be that big of a change. But he shaves it after he's been Santa Claus for so long. Which, by the way, I love the Santa Claus look too. But he just like that, he changes over. It's such a fucking smack to the face, man. It's like, who the fuck is that? You have to step back for a second. Uh in one game, one fan made game that would actually be really fucking cool. I had thought about talking to what was it that I call him, my doppelganger. I have thought about talking to my doppelganger at one point in time because he is able to develop video games and stuff like that. And something like that would be kind of cool in like a boxing game or something. Wrestling and shit like that takes way too fucking long. There's too many animations and moves and shit. But like a boxing game or something would be kind of cool just to kind of see all like reactors and shit get together and box each other. Maybe like boxing with special powers or something. I have no fucking clue. But yeah, something like that would be kind of cool. Maybe not a fighting game though. I'd say maybe just boxing. That way you ain't gotta have 2 billion fucking animations for the legs too. Cause god dang, man. If you just gotta work with the arms and like dodging and a few things, be a lot more possible. Let's see now. See you later, Otis. Enjoy the food, brother. How often do I stream? The Dynamic Apprentice asked me. I haven't streamed that often. I've been trying to stream maybe once a week or so, but I'd like to pick those numbers up. But I also would like to like get into playing video games or something like that in order to pick those numbers up. Because right now, like I'm just doing this calm stream where I'm talking to people. I would most of the streams that I do, like if I get on there and I'm like really, really jumping into topics and it's big, you'll notice that the viewership like is huge for those because I'm talking about WWE. I'm getting really loud. I'm getting really energy. Like I don't want to do that every single time. The only way I can do like consistent streams, like common, like every other day or so, would be if it was more relaxed like this, which means it would be lower viewers and it's going to be a slower stream and there won't be as. But in a way, I kind of like that because I do like the relaxedness of it. So if I get into like, but once in a while, I would like to get into one of those big ass streams where we're talking about things. Eventually, I can pull stuff up on the screen, talk about the news, talk about WWE, really get into stuff, joke around, do something funny with you guys. But for the most part, if I do any kind of like consistent content, it'll be more calm streams like this. But as of right now, it's been like once a week, like I said. Billy Bob Tanley's in the chat. Says, I'm still angry at Santa Claus for not giving me what I wanted for Christmas. Billy Bob, you just come in here and say some random fucking shit like that? What did you want for Christmas? Go ahead, tell everybody. We know that it's probably a big old dildo, but you can tell everybody. Go ahead, be honest, be brave, tell the truth. We know what you wanted for Christmas, Billy Bob, and we know he didn't give it to you. He probably gave you more, he probably leaned towards more the real thing rather than the object that you were requesting, and it just took you by surprise. You and Santa had a really good time, I'm sure. Snow everywhere. Really white Christmas. By the way, anybody that comes in here that may be a fan of Billy Bob Tanley, I pick on Billy Bob a lot, but let me tell you something. We don't hate each other. We ain't got no problem. I don't know, sometimes he might fucking hate me for the shit that I say, but we get along just fine. We're friends. For anybody that comes in here and thinks I'm just jabbing at Billy Bob, I know when I first came on to fucking live streams, I had people in his chat. There were a few people that got genuinely fucking mad at me for poking at Billy Bob Tanley because they're like so dedicated to him, and they were like, fuck you, Billy Bob is better, fuck you. I was just like, well, shit, let's go. So yeah, he might have new audience now. I mean, I haven't been on here for years. We'd be rich by now. Who knows, Billy Bob? I'm sure we would have bought ourselves a big old mansion with all that reaction donation. I highly doubt it. Seb says WWE sucks cock now. Well, I mean, that's one opinion, and I'll tell you right now, it could be true for the most part, but I like what they're doing these last few days. That's been good stuff, but mainly because I like to rock. Joel says, give me a beer, you fucking dog. You know what? I miss when Billy Bob used to put up his intro and it was like the full thing and it had like the slower music and all that shit. I get why he had to stop because fucking copyright shit. But man, there's got to be a workaround because I'll tell you right now, that fucking sped up version, that fucking thing sucks. Sorry, Billy Bob, but it's awful. You need to find a way to go back to your original intro. Maybe not for every fucking reaction that you do for like fan requests and stuff, but just, for like when you start doing some big stuff in the future, and Billy Bob will, when he gets back into doing that kind of stuff, he needs to have an intro without some copyright music or whatever. That's the big long one, because I really like that one. Oh, God, you guys are going to fuck me over on that one. Barry likes the big long one. You prayed. Let me see if I'm reading that right. You prayed to Santa to give you hot women and lots of beer. Well, see, there might be a problem. Santa Claus may seem a lot like Jesus, but he ain't. So when you got down on your knees and you started saying, "Dear Santa," I want hot women, beer, and possibly a big dildo, but we'll keep that one just a little on the low. Can you please do it for me, Santa Jesus, when you did that? Santa probably had some like security cameras or something on you and probably just filed a restraining on you right sort of on you right there and then. But the fact of the matter is, I guarantee that he didn't hear your prayer the way you thought he was going to. He just filed a restraining order. But then again, if he filed a restraining order and he had cameras on you, which one of y'all need to be fucking doing this? I don't know. I mean, Santa Claus goes into people's fucking houses in the middle of the night, but you know, I can't say which one of you's in the right and wrong here. Is it you? Is it him? I was not trying to, but what the fuck? Shit. My daughter is available now at BBT Network. You can just throw your daughter at people bust nut shit. She smacked the shit out of you. Get a bunch of cats over here. Where am I now? Shit, I've probably lost my way. You might not be wrong, Seb. I mean, but according to one of those YouTube poops, apparently that's what I do, so. You know, I think I finally caught up with all the comments in the chat. This is the first time in a long time I've been able to do that. It's because I actually just like sat here and consistently read the comments. God, man, I'm groggy as fuck, I'll tell you that. Too fucking tired. So tired, I almost dropped that water off the side of the table. Too fucking tired today, guys. My eyes are tired. I'm tired. But I'm still having fun. I'm still having fucking fun. I wish this damn room wasn't so damn echoey, though. This shit has got to get fixed sooner than later. It's got to get fixed. So are you absolutely sure you don't want to talk about WWE? Ah, shit, man. I know Billy Bob wanted to on Wrestle Chumps. I need to get logged back on there so that we can get on and, you know, talk about wrestling or whatever. But I keep talking about how I'd like to play some games. I know my doppelganger usually does the game shit, but I'd like to play some myself so that, you know, you get a good old-fashioned opinion from Miss Barry. But there's not much I'd want to play besides maybe Elden Ring or something like that. I've been really wanting to get into Elden Ring. There's been a class I'm wanting to try out and just see if I can cheese the fucking game. Because they got a class on there called Astrologer. That's what it's called. And I want to jump in with Astrologer, get into just doing a magic build, and see if I can cheese some shit on there with just the Astrologer. Because I did a few test runs, and I never actually like played the game, like really got into it. But the few test runs I did as Astrologer, it was pretty damn good. Like I was beating that shit much faster than what I would have done, you know, playing something else a little more physical. I would like to get on there and do a run with Astrologer. Making you pump. Was that you, Busnut33? I don't remember who it was, but somebody made me jizz in a fucking beer bottle. WWE should be for Wrestle Chumps only from now on. That's where I will be putting my wrestling content topics rant. You know, I like the idea of having Wrestle Chumps and everything, but the problem is I will probably talk about wrestling so damn much that my channel, this one you guys are seeing right now, it ain't getting fucking nothing, man. It's just getting dried up, and a lot of my shit's gonna be WWE, so I ain't gonna have much I can put here if I do everything on Wrestle Chumps. So I'm kind of torn with that. Like maybe I should do the Wrestle Chump stuff with just like me and you, Billy Bob, and we could do like the podcast stuff at some point and talk about things. And then maybe the me and you stuff goes on Wrestle Chumps. And then when I'm talking about something just individually, then maybe I can put some of that over here because I don't want this fucking channel to just be wrestling, but sometimes it's a topic I'd like to bring up. And once in a while, I'd like to put something on this channel. But right now, I've just got like one fucking video and it's talking about Xbox. Buzznut33 says it's fun watching the both of you talk wrestling. Sometimes, I don't know. Billy Bob, he can get pretty fucking mad on there, and I just got to kind of sit there and let his rage get out of him. beating that shit a lot faster. Yeah, you talking about Elden Ring, man? Absolutely. You pick astrologer, I'm telling you, it's gonna be cheesed in 5 seconds. I got the perfect name for my character too. The perfect fucking name. Team Fortress 2. You know, I've never played Team Fortress 2, but I've heard it's a really good game. Like a lot of people talked about how fun that one is. I'd like to play that one. Checking something real quick. I just want to see something. Hold on, give me a moment here. Okay, this is what I wanted to see, and I'm right. I wanted to get on here and check the viewers that I currently have. All right, now I don't like to obsess over viewers. I've not checked this shit one time since I first got on here, and that was just like to see how it built up, and then I checked it like halfway through. I was up to like 20 something, almost 20, I think it was like 18, 19 people when I was talking about like wrestling and when I was getting in here and addressing people. But you get into fucking video games, man, and it just fucking plummets things. Like once you start talking about video games, and I understand it. It's because I don't think the audience that I have is the biggest of gamers. I don't think they are, but I'm just like, I want to test this. I want to see if I start talking about video games, is everybody just going to head for the fucking door? And they fucking did, y'all motherfuckers. I can't keep on the WWE forever. Busnut 33, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. I don't know what you're talking about with skits. We went on real genuine adventures to find real genuine aliens. That was real. That actually happened. So that's what really happened. We went out there to find. You don't think Billy Bob actually got abducted into a fucking UFO, man? It's no skit. He's damaged from it. His asshole's damaged from it. He's been feeling it for years. But no, I hear what you're saying, Busnut. What am I going to do? Hold on, because I'm jumping right down here at the bottom. I feel like I skipped some people. Sorry about that, guys. You never know. He might start another channel again. Don't rest in peace him just yet. Spider-Man Web of Shadows. I've heard about it, but I've not played it. Wasn't that like PS3 or something like that? I don't know if that's on PC. What am I gonna do about the room behind me? I mean, the big ass empty room's what you're asking about. Shit, man. I can't tell you what the plans are. I'm gonna put some shit on the walls. I'm gonna make it really nice and decorative. It's gonna have some shelves back there. I'm gonna put a lot of shit into this. This is actually a fairly big room. It's not even the biggest one in this place. God dang it, man. You should see the biggest one in this place. A fucking ballroom. Good luck with that one. But I'll get this one decorated at some point. I picked this one specifically to stream because it's not the biggest room. So I figured it'd be a little easier to get the echo out of and to put shit in it. Because yeah, the other one's it's too damn big to do anything in. You have drones that record your real life adventures. Okay. All right. So sometimes, does that mean I'm unknowingly sometimes staring directly at a drone, but it's been camouflaged and I don't know it? Because there was a point where things were going on and I was screaming, and apparently it caught me right in the face. It was right in my fucking face, and I didn't even know it was there. Weird how that shit works, man. But yeah, he's apparently got camouflage drones that fly around. I think he just gets stalked by drones all the time. He probably don't even realize when he's being filmed. This shit's just happening without him knowing a damn thing. And somehow it gets uploaded to people's channel. Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. I agree. I really like Tobey Maguire. Do I think Tobey Maguire is the absolute best actor? No. Do I think he's the best Peter Parker? Yes, absolutely. And I think he's the best Peter Parker because he's got kind of an odd thing about him that makes him very unique, just makes him stand out. He's not a Peter Parker you would have ever seen from any other show. He's a Peter Parker specifically for those movies, and he did fucking amazing. I thought he crushed it. I still think he's the best Peter Parker. Never said Peter so many times in my life, but I still think he's the best Peter Parker to date. Everyone else did a good job. Don't get me wrong. Tom Holland did a good job, and what's the other guy's name? Andrew I'm wanting to say Andrew Garfield, but I don't know if that's right. If it's not, then correct me. But I'm wanting to say Andrew Garfield because Andrew Garfield, hopefully I'm getting that name right and I'm not just naming the cat, is also good. I really like his character too. He's very emotional. He puts a lot of emotion into his Spider-Man. They're all good. But yeah, Tobey Maguire's still my favorite. He's just so fucking unique. Will it be rainbowy with RGB lights soon? I don't plan on having it like that because I don't plan on having the parties that would come along with that. That sounds a little too extravagant for me, and that sounds a little more like something Billy Bob would do. He just hasn't had the ability to do it yet because his room's too damn crowded. Give him some time. Eventually, his room will get crowded, but with something else and much larger things. Am I going to paint it? Alan asked. Fuck yeah, I'm going to paint it. I fucking hate this color, man. It's like a wallpaper. I'm going to rip all that shit off of it and I'm going to paint it. That's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, it's going to get painted. And I got an idea for the painting, kind of like a gray blue color is what I had thought. I can't paint it gray because originally I was just going to do gray, but if you can see my floor here, it's already gray wood. So if I do like the gray color, it'll just clash with the hardwood. So I don't want to do that. I want to do like a blue gray color and kind of go from there. Not to mention, I feel like it'll make it make the lighting a little better too. Because I mean, guys, if you remember that big blue room and all that shit, where like Proto and everything, I don't want to do that again. That was kind of tough to work around. I had to like keep lights and shit in a specific area. So a little warmer color, I guess. Like it's blue, so it's got some cooler, but it's gray blue, so it's got some warmness to it too. So yeah, like a gray blue color. I'd like to show you guys, but I don't have like the shit ready to where I can like pop Google up here on the screen. And like not to mention, I don't know if I want to pop Google up here too, like right now, because I have like personal shit I've searched up. Tons of porn. So, but honestly, I've like searched personal shit up and things like that. So I'm always afraid I go up on Google and like I start searching. And then it like shows my whole fucking search history. Which at least I wouldn't have anything bad. Just, personal shit. Was being probated? It probably does. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, when I get my shit cleared on here, because I plan on dedicating this laptop solely to streams, like just like work and streams. I plan on dedicating it just like work and streams and shit like that. So eventually, I'll just be able to go on here and search whatever. That way, it's not like a personal use laptop. It's just for work and fun shit. And when I say fun shit, I don't mean that kind of fun shit. BBT Network on here saying, no, I'm straight. You know, those that have to go around continuously shouting how straight they are? Questions pop up. Billy Bob's fucking raging on the other side of his monitor right now. Some people hate Spider-Man 3, but I think it is a good movie. Sorry if I'm out of order, guys. I'm just going back up here. I think it's a good movie. I'd say, Spot, you're giving it an 8 out of 10. I can see where you're coming from, Seb. I would say for me, maybe a 7 out of 10, but I would probably have went 8 if it wasn't for that fucking dance scene, which now is legendary, but probably not for the reasons of being a good movie. But that fucking dance scene and the awkward weirdness of it really made it... really fucked that over for me. So I'd say about a 7 out of 10. Not to mention there was some stuff in there that was just goofy. But yeah, I didn't think it was a bad movie. Like if I'm on a roll and I'm watching all the Spider-Man movies, I'm gonna watch 3 too. Like I ain't gonna skip over it. It's still a fun movie. I also fucking hated Venom. I couldn't stand Venom, man. If they had just done Venom justice, I feel like that movie would have been 10 times better. However, Venom got shoehorned into that movie. Because as far as I'm concerned, it was supposed to just be Sandman. If they had just kept Venom out, just done Sandman, focused solely on Sandman, built that story, made it a good, strong story, that would have been a great movie. But everybody was demanding villains. So they did the Goblin and they did Venom. It just fucked it over. But they had time, man. I just hate the fact that they tried to rush it like that. They could have made a Spider-Man 4. The reason there wasn't a Spider-Man 4 was most likely because of Spider-Man 3. I don't know that's for sure, but I'm going to shoot in the dark here and say, yeah, that's why. So if they had just done Spider-Man 3 justice, if they had just made it about Sandman and actually built his story up where it wasn't just kind of boring, like that would have been a great movie. They could have almost made that fucking horror-esque. I mean, Sandman has potential to be scary as fuck. But they made it more goofy and cartoony, and and I was like, well, you're doing a real movie, guys. And not every time do you have to follow everything to a T. Make it creepy as fuck. Make him like mad, make it creepy. They could have really took that somewhere and then added the emotion and added the stuff with like his kid and and all that stuff. But I feel like they kind of shot themselves in the foot by trying to add every fucking villain. That's all there was to it. If they hadn't done that, I think Spider-Man 4 would have happened. Going back up, I've missed a lot. Busnut says, paint it red flannel. Paint the fuck. Can you imagine that though? Like, I'm sitting here, I got red flannel on, my fucking walls are red flannel. That would be a fucking nightmare. There's a reason I don't want to fucking do that. So no, I think what I'm going to end up doing, even when I do start getting stuff set up in this room and it starts looking nice, mainly for the echo more than anything, I think I'm just going to eventually slap a green screen back here again, do like I used to on the streams, how it used to be with the designs and everything in the background. That way I can also put shit behind my head, logos, things like that. I'll probably just slap a green screen behind me. I've been eyeballing one of them Elgatos, the big wide ones, not the normal ones, not the $130 ones, but like the almost $200 ones, because they're a lot bigger and a lot wider. You can just pull them straight up. That way I can just kind of pick it up and put it away when I'm done with it or whatever. So I'm really thinking about that for streams. And I'm also thinking about an Elgato key light where they basically you can control it from your phone and all that shit, and it just shines right down on you, and it's really nice for lighting because my lighting's a little off. I don't know. What do you guys think right now? What do you think about the lighting at this moment? I know this light above me does not have the fixture put in. I got the fixture nice and clean now, so I need to put that in. I've just been too fucking lazy to do it. So that's probably causing some glare a little bit. So that'll get corrected, but overall, I think the lighting's kind of meh. Like it needs some work, and the big ass white walls ain't doing it no favors. Fuck no, I do not, Seb. I want to stay out of them woods. For some reason, though, they seem to just aim straight for Billy Bob, so I don't really feel like I have anything to worry about getting probed. I've seen a few people coming in here and saying rest in peace to Hellion Hero. I'm telling you right now, there'll probably be something happen. He'll get something new going. I wish him the best getting shit sorted for himself there. But he'll get something else going. Content creator's going to create no matter what. But yeah, I get it. Trust me. What's going on, X Slams? What's up? Oh, God. I don't even want to fucking address Billy Bob's pink alien servant over here that probably lives in his basement and don't tell anybody. But, I'll read your fucking comments, you fucking weirdo. It says, you should paint your room pink. Of course you'd say that. Look at your profile picture. Look at your body. Look at you. I would like to get to know you more, but as a friend, of course. Betsy Buns, I think you're a little too busy getting to know a lot of other men at this point in time, probably abducting them into your ship and doing things with them I don't want to think about. I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'm just going to say, fuck off, you fucking weirdo. You and Gibbles are the same kind of person. One of my buddies, I would say buddies loosely here, is named Gibbles. He's very much like this pink alien. You two would get along. Give Gibbles a call, all right? He's got the same kind of attitude about things. Except he likes to wear makeup. I don't know, you might too. But fuck off of my shit. Yeah, it's him. I'm trying to figure out your comment, Busnut. Who's Lucille? What the fuck did I miss? Talking about the bat from Walking Dead? It's the only Lucille I know. Should watch the Spider-Man 3 editor's cut. I don't know if I've seen that, Seb. That might be something I need to do. I didn't know there was an editor's cut, honestly. But yeah, I might have to do that. You think he was like terrifying? You know, I give it to you. I think Venom really could be creepy. Like if they wanted to go in a genuinely creepy direction, they could have. I don't think the CG was ready for it at the time, so I think it just kind of came off a little more goofy to me. But I could see the possibility of being creepy. Maybe I've got a little bit of a bias because I really just fucking love the bigger, bulkier Venom. But I do see what you mean. I can see why you would like that style of Venom. His original Scrap Death. I actually seen the original Scrap Death of Venom, by the way. I saw that on YouTube, and that was fucking awesome. Like the skeleton shit, I think it was. Yeah, that's creepy as fuck. That actually would have been great. Dimmed room and your face lit up. I agree, Busnut. Like I said, get that key light over here, get these walls, or get the green screen, either one, to where it's either the gray blue, so it's a little darker with the light on my face, or I just put the green screen behind me and I get the key light on my face. That would be a lot better because I wear the hat, and so the hat always kind of it casts a little bit of a shadow. Because as you can see, if I was just like tilted up, like you could see you could see my big fucking face a lot better if I was to do that. But the hat kind of puts a little bit of a shadow. So having that light kind of shine down, and I can't not wear the hat. The hat's it's part of me at this point. So I gotta wear the fucking hat. But yeah, I get what you mean, and I agree. I'm gonna have to get a light for that shit. Fuck out my chat room, Betsy Buns. Alan says, when are we going to see Gibbles? It's been planned for a long time, Alan, and it's still being planned. Like I said, in the last stream, I'm just too afraid to come on here and say it's going to be on this date at this time when we start doing stuff because I fucked myself over saying that stuff before. When I get renovations and everything going to this place and I feel like I'm in a little bit more of a stable position, I do have a lot of very, very big plans. I'm just afraid to say that this is when they're happening because I don't know when I'm going to get these renovations and everything done. It's taken time, to say the least. For the most part, though, I do have a game plan for getting the renovations done. Like, I basically have a steps list and saying this is going to get done this day, this is going to get done this day. Like, I've got that going, but it's not ready just yet. So when I get that, there'll be some really good stuff. But you will eventually meet Gibbles. In one form or the other, you will meet Gibbles. Including, you also meet Dane. It's another guy you guys need to meet. Yeah, they're here. They're both here. What's going on, Ionic? Yeah. Talking about Dane. I just now talked about Dane. You apparently summoned it. Ionic, what I will say about that kind of stuff is when somebody does or does not like somebody, I probably won't go into a big full topic about it. I don't know anything stories like that. I hope that's not true, but all I will say is I don't want to get into like anything with somebody disliking somebody, somebody liking somebody, any kind of drama. I just hope it's not true. There's no reason to have any beef between people. We're all here just to have fun, like just have fun with everything. We're all here just reacting to things and doing stuff. At least I was for a long time. We're all in the same boat. We're all on this ship right now, and YouTube's trying to sink it. So we're all in this together. There's no point to ever not like somebody, I don't think, unless somebody like did something straight up awful to you. But other than that, yeah, I just don't get into like big drama things like that. I hope things ain't that way, and if they are, hopefully things can get sorted. But yeah, no ill will either way, and I'm sure that's going the same thing for Billy Bob. Absolutely, Busnut 33. You always have my permission to fucking poop whatever you want. Let me tell you something. You ain't even got to ask me. If you want to poop something, just poop it. But let me tell you something. When it comes down to these things, I am a full supporter, not only of like poops and stuff, but also reactions. As long as it is reaction content, like I wouldn't want somebody just taking my videos and re-uploading them on their channel with just my videos. Nobody would. But as long as somebody's reacting to it, everything that I've seen is always good. Like it brings new attention to you. Yes, they are watching your full video. That does happen. And there's a lot of people that hate reactors. They despise them. But the fact of the matter is, when a reactor is reacting to your video, I guarantee if they're watching that reaction, they've probably already either seen the video or they're going to watch the reaction and they're going to click onto the original video if they don't want to hear you talking over it. It's not the same as watching the original content. I know this personally. I've watched people react to things, didn't know what the video was, got really interested in it, and actually clicked off of them to see the original video. And then sometimes I'll come back and watch the reaction to it. But it's not the same as just watching the fucking video. And a lot of people just hate reactors because they're like, oh, they take my content and they watch my shit. And they're, like, I understand if somebody comes on there and they say, hey, buddy, I don't want you reacting to my stuff. Take this down. It's going to get taken down. No questions asked. As long as I know that's the owner of it or Billy Bob knows it's the owner of it, it's going to get taken down. No fucking questions asked. Always. Every single fucking time. I don't care if it's got 1 million views, whatever. It's going down because that's what they want. I don't have to rationalize it, understand it. That's what they fucking want. But the fact of the matter is, I'm telling a lot of people right now that may not believe that reactions are good. They help a fucking lot, man. They get attention to your stuff. You gain a new audience. A lot of times people will come over from those reactions to your channel. I've seen it happen many times. I'm fucking proof of that, man. I've done it myself. I've went over and subbed to other people's shit because of a reaction that I've watched. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys know who like Moist Critical is. Love his stuff. Absolutely, one of my absolute fucking favorite YouTubers. But I'll tell you right now, he has introduced me to so much shit that I would have never watched otherwise. I would have never seen it if I didn't see him react to it. And that made me interested, especially one of the things he was doing with wrestling. That made me interested in that shit. So that's my opinion about that. There's a lot of guys that just say that it's just content stealing and all this stuff. I will say that it can be. If there is a reactor that just sits there and says nothing at all, he just sits in the corner of the fucking screen. He does not give his opinion about anything. There's no form of criticism or any kind of constructive criticism. He's not actually reacting at all. He's just sitting there. He or she. That still feels like you're just basically watching their fucking content. That's different. But if somebody is putting their personality, their heart and their soul into this fucking reaction, and that's what you're getting out of it, it's not the same as somebody just taking somebody's content and just showing it to their audience. It's not the same. And I will tell you right now, firsthand, that anything that I make, anything that's coming in the future, any of the shit that I put my heart and my soul into, and it's hard fucking work, you have my permission 100%, as long as it is a good reaction and you're actually talking and you're putting your opinion out there. You have my permission to react to my full ass videos 100%. 100 fucking percent. Get it out there. Spread the fucking word. Get on Twitter. React to it yourself. Tell other reactors to react to it. I want that to happen. I cannot fucking stand this thing that people's got going on where it's like reactions are all evil. They are not. It is completely dependent on the style of content and the reactors. Anyway, sorry to get on a big ass rant, but I've seen a lot of people just getting into that shit. And honestly, I know it's not identical, but the same fucking thing goes into video games and shit like that too. It's like if someone's playing, say, God of War Ragnarok, yes, you do have you have your own inputs. You got your controller. You're playing the game, so there is going to be a difference between each stream. However, that is such a big fucking cinematic game. It is such a movie that, in a sense, people are reacting to it. That would be like if game developers just said, hey, you can't fucking watch our stuff anymore because you're stealing our sales. That's not the case. And the same thing goes for a lot of these, like I said, reactions and stuff like that. So God of War, if you're sitting there playing that game, you're reacting to it. I mean, I'm sorry, but there's so many cutscenes in that game, you're fucking reacting to it. But that's okay. Like, that's all right, according to other people. I've seen a lot of people saying that kind of shit. And I'm like, that's fucking awful, man. You guys are like, people that do that, not you guys in the chat, but people that do that are basically fighting against their own cause. Like, you want to be able to continue streaming games and being able to play other people's content and make your videos off of other people's content, video games, or doing something about a product that you're talking about. You want to be able to do that. So fight for that cause, man. Like, stay on that fucking shit. Make sure that you can actually tell people, hey, I'm playing this and it's good for you and it's good for me and it's good for everybody. Otherwise, what's the fucking point in it? If you let everybody just take your shit down, because that's what's going to happen, man. Like, eventually, people are going to get to this point where they encourage video game developers and stuff to say, hey, that's my content. I don't want you streaming it. And everything's, I don't know if you guys know about who Phil Fish is, but everything's going to be a Phil Fish scenario. Like, I think I forget the name of his game, but he basically didn't want people streaming his game, talking about his game. He wanted to take all their shit down because he didn't want his shit on their streams. I don't think that's right. Just like I don't think with fucking reactors that's right. Like I said, it's dependent. If there's a reactor just sitting there doing nothing, I totally get it. Uh, Reactors keep banned videos alive. That's probably also true, but unfortunately, it doesn't help the original creator because they're already banned. No, I do not. HBK23. I do not approve of this at all. I don't know where you got this information, but it's fucking wrong. Hell yeah, Penguin Zero. Yeah, I love that guy's content. Some of his stuff I ain't that into with Penguins, but it's just because they don't really connect with me. But for the most part, like his reactions or just like his live streams or even some of like the speed runs and shits he does, I fucking love those things. Those are great. What's going on, Toby Wobby? If Billy reacts to someone who is literally like him or even his old self, he does not them like it's so ironic. What you're saying is you think if Billy Bob reacts to somebody that acts like himself, he doesn't like them. That's what you're saying. Um, I'm not sure what you mean by the old him. I think a lot of people got this misconception that Billy Bob Tanley is not his old self because he's not like throwing a garbage can every 5 seconds. And people just jump into, well, Billy Bob's just not into it anymore. Here's the thing. He has a channel where he does, where people do the contribution and he basically asks for a video and he puts the video up and he has that whole channel. He don't pick those videos. So not every single time is there something super duper dramatic or anything to get off his nerves going on. It's not like he's doing it just like he's just being boring to be boring. It's just sometimes things don't get under his skin. I guarantee you that if Billy Bob Tanley goes and picks something himself and he's like, hey, I really want to watch this, it's probably going to draw a reaction out of him. Sometimes that happens even if it's not something he picked just because somebody pisses him off. But I don't know. What do you define as Billy Bob's old self? Because I mean, I didn't watch all of Billy Bob's old content, so I mean that's up to you guys what you decide on what his old self is. But yeah, he does have a channel where it's basically like people request things and he uploads it. All right, where the fuck am I? Will I do live stream reactions? Like I was saying earlier, there will be occasions where I come on here and I find something and I just really want to react to it. Uh, so yeah, there will be times I have to get a second monitor first. I don't have a second monitor yet, so that I can have OBS and everything open over here and then have the second monitor. I got a big fucking desk, man. So I got plenty of room for a second monitor. Like I could even flip over this way and watch it. But when I get the second monitor, there will be times where I'm like reacting to videos. Will I take requests? I don't know if you asked that, but I'll just go ahead and get that out of the way right now. On live stream, most likely not. If I ever take, because there's a point now where YouTube is so risky that if I just jump into watching something without knowing what it is on live, I can seriously fuck myself. And I'm not willing to put at risk all the work and everything I'm putting into this channel just to like take a request and watch something. But yes, I will pick things that I know that, ain't going to have nothing like that in it, and I will react to those on occasion. You will get some reactions like that. And eventually, Despire Reacts, my channel is still open. I might put some stuff on that offline channel that I feel like if there's like a big trailer to a movie or something, and I feel like I'm not going to get a copyright strike from it, they'll probably just do that. What's it called? Where they copyright it, but they don't take it down. Like, that's okay. I can do that. But then there's videos where it's not about copyrights. Let's say somebody sends you a video of, I don't know, a full ass naked man taking a shit. I don't know how the fuck I never got banned for that. But you could just end up reacting to something like that. And I don't have like mods or anything to go over and screen the content. I will say that if I have some trustworthy mods, don't start nominating yourselves, you motherfuckers. If I have some trustworthy mods at some point and I can really say, hey, I trust this guy, I know who this guy is, and I had people like kind of screening the content before they sent it to me and saying, this is safe, you're good to go, then maybe I would do something like that. But just going at it, rapid fire, God damn, it's just too risky. Where am I here? Shit. Fucking thing made me lose my place again. I didn't know about that. I didn't know there was a dark cut, by the way, Seb, of Spider-Man 3. I would actually like to watch that. I mean, seriously, I would like to watch that. Is it on Blu-ray or anything like that? Because if it is, I might get it on there. Because I would like to find I would really like to find a Spider-Man 3 cut that I enjoy, because I wasn't that much into the original. Trouble Wobby says, I will say I do dislike it when reactions get more views than the actual video. Tubby Wobby, I understand where you're coming from. I do. And that is possible. That can happen if like a huge reactor reacts to something. So I get where you're coming from, and I understand the perspective entirely. But at the same time, they are also introducing a new audience to that content. You can't say that video would have gotten more views than the reaction if they hadn't reacted to it. You can't say that for sure. Honestly, I don't think it would have. Because if the big ass reactor didn't react to it, that probably wouldn't have changed anything. Like, he's a big ass reactor. He probably got more attention, yes, but I don't think he stole it from the other guy. I don't think that happened. I think the numbers would have probably stayed around the same, maybe even less. I don't know, for the other guy. But all I can say is if somebody does that, the best thing they can do is to make sure that they plug that person that created it. Say their name. Say this is a request by this person, like Billy Bob does. And the creator, the uploader is this person, but the creator is this person. Make sure you get the proper credit. Do I think it's impossible that views could be stolen from original content? I don't think it's impossible. But I don't know many scenarios myself where I've encountered where it was more impactful and hurt it. That's myself. That's my own perspective. Coming from what I've looked at and the things that I've seen, I don't see it being like a critical damaging point. But, in my opinion, if you want my honest opinion when it comes down to that kind of stuff, even though a lot of people look at reactors like they're a plague, I honestly think drama reactors are the plague. Man, I think that's the fucking plague. I think that starts fires where it don't need to happen. Yes, it can put eyes on stuff that otherwise wouldn't have had eyes on it, that may have been like bad, like I don't want to say the word, but people that like kids or something like that, and then somebody calls that person out and says, hey, this is what they did. Sometimes it can be it can basically have a positive impact, get assholes locked up that need to be locked up. But at the same time, I think if most of these drama YouTubers don't give a fuck about that stuff, man. They just go on there for the views. It's just about the money. They want it first. They'd wreck someone's life just to get the views first. Even if that wasn't true, they wasn't really absolutely sure. There's people that do that. I think drama YouTubers, more than anything, are the parasites of YouTube. And I know people can say that reactors are too. And I'm not just like trying to defend reactors because I've been one. I don't even react right now. But I am thinking, in my personal opinion, that drama YouTubers are the worst, man. And a lot of times they feel like they're better than the people they're criticizing. And I'm like, buddy, man, how many skeletons you got in your closet? But no, Toby, I do get where you're coming from. And I'm not going to say that you are entirely wrong. I think that's possible. It's a possibility. But overall, I have only seen, in my personal perspective here, the major positives that come from it. That's why I totally want people to react to my shit when I do it. And if anything ever changed, if my perspective ever changed, I swear I'd let you guys know. But as of right now, that's where I stand on it. And I think it's definitely good when it comes to like the videos and stuff like that. But then again, I don't know everything. I'm not the god of all this stuff. This is just from my perspective, my opinion. I've only seen the positive sides of it. I'm sure there are negatives too. And if I was to dive into that, I'm sure I could find them. But as of right now, it's only what it is. Let's see. What's going on, Asham Crafter? Just got off work and it was going too fast. Work was going too fast. That's a new one. Work drags for me, man. But yeah, thank you for attending the stream, brother. What is your favorite shooter game? Uh, gosh, you mean like when I hear shooter, I think first person shooter. You mean things like Overwatch, Call of Duty? I think Ark Survival is one of them. I'm not the biggest fan of like first person shooter games. I, but that could be because I don't really play with many people. I'm more of like a solo gamer. So I feel like maybe if I was to really get involved with playing with people, I might like them more. But right now, if you're asking, you said shooter, but I'm going to take it like first person shooter. I'm going to say Borderlands 2. It's a little old, but I really fucking loved that game. It's one of those games where when I first picked it up, I didn't fucking like it at all, especially the art style. I wasn't crazy about it. But then I kept playing it and really got into it. Not every game's like that. A lot of times I pick something up and I don't like it, and I just don't like it no matter how many hours I get in. There's a lot of games like that, but fucking Borderlands was not one of them. I really love that game. As a first person shooter, probably Borderlands 2. Um, Billy Bob, I'm going to read this from HBK23. Billy Bob's old self was raging at Finn Balor, Indie Guys, and Joe Seach. LOL. He might still do that someday, but I think what you're saying with old Billy Bob is on his channel, his main BBT Network channel. If you're watching his BBT Reaction Zone channel, that's just fan reactions. That's where he gets contributions to his channel. He will take those back, basically those reaction videos, and as a reward, he gives them to the people. It's not him saying, this is my like definitive content. This is all I do. So if you're watching basically the fan reaction channel, hell, he might need to change the name of that channel to that. If you're watching the fan reaction channel and thinking that is just what Billy Bob does and it's all he's ever going to do, you'd be wrong, because Billy Bob is definitely going to do some more stuff. It's just life is hectic and there's a lot of stuff that's going on, a lot that he's working towards right now. But I guarantee you, he's going to be working on a lot of stuff. And not to mention, good old this Barry here is a huge motivating factor for Billy Bob. So I might eventually get him back up on his feet to do some shit too. Because I feel like right now he's in a place where he's jumping between his job and that and everything else. And it's just, it's hectic to say the least. But it's not to say that he won't do more stuff or that he don't care about doing more stuff. It's just that he gets a lot of contributions and he reacts to the videos. He's not going to not react to those videos, and that consumes a lot of his time. I mean, he gets so many contributions that if he was just like to say, I'm going to do other stuff all the time, he'd be basically putting them on the back burner, which he don't want to do. He wants to make sure that these people are happy. You know, they've basically donated to him, which is essentially, so like I said, YouTube they don't put ad revenue on Billy Bob's channel. The fans support him. They keep him going. And I think that's really amazing that he's been able to get something like that going for himself. But because that's all he's got, he makes sure to give back to him. And Billy Bob will watch just about fucking anything. I mean, even if he knows right out the gate he ain't going to like it, and his reaction's probably not going to be the best, he's still going to watch it. Because here's the thing. You can contribute to Billy Bob. You can support him, but you can't make him fucking like something. But out of respect, because he basically is very appreciative of the fact that people have contributed to him, he will still watch the fucking video. You know, he'll try his absolute best as long as there's something he has to like cut into or whatever due to copyrights or, you know, big ass dick pops up on screen. Billy Bob will watch the full fucking video. He will do that for people no matter what. Because, you know, even if it's just like $2, you know, he makes sure he watches this fucking video all the way through. I think he's got a good little system. I just think he needs more time to be able to do more stuff. And I think eventually Billy Bob will get that time. And he will put out his own stuff. He will put out things that you guys like. Will it always be about Finn Balor or whatever? Probably not. But there's a lot of things that Billy Bob could be doing. I've told him myself, hey, motherfucker, you like that game? Talk about that game. Hey, you like that movie? Talk about that movie. You like that show? Talk about that fucking show. I told him many, many times he likes the show The Boys. I said, get on there, make a fucking video about The Boys. Talk about it. Talk about things you like about it. There's things he don't like. Tell people you don't like it. He wants to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, a lot of times he's strapped for time. And so, like I said, he's got so many of those that's what he does. I'm hoping we can kind of help him out a little bit and get him into a place where he can do more stuff in the future. But in order for that to happen, he'll probably have to take on a few less requests in time. But that's basically how it is. The old Billy Bob's still there. It's not like he's just gave up on himself. He's just, you're talking about the Reaction Zone channel, which is not BBT Network. So yeah, if you watch the Reaction Zone channel, you're just going to get whatever people send him, which means he probably ain't going to like every bit of it. Sometimes he might like it, but you know, there's not always something to rage to. Jack's Films plugged my channel. God bless, but that's fucking awesome, Busnut. I hope you got a huge boost from that. I almost said boost. God, I'm losing my mind here, guys. Came on here groggy to begin with, and now I'm saying boost. Lalo says, do you know She Says? I do not. If you're talking about my doppelganger who did an interview with She Says, he does not know him personally, no, but he did in fact do an interview with him, and he got to talk to him a little bit. He was lucky enough to be able to send messages back and forth and kind of share a little bit on their ideas and stuff for a short little while there. But on a personal level, my doppelganger does not know She Says. But he's a really fucking cool YouTuber, and I do love his fucking content. Really great guy. Definitely recommend you subscribe if you like video games and like the making of them and stuff like that. Where am I at now? I'm probably way up here. I'm sorry, guys. It's like I said, I had to jump between talking and this. Have I been keeping up with YouTube poops? This is from 13 Captain Price. It says, have I been keeping up with the YouTube poops? Do you know who the best Franklin is, for example? I don't know the username. I haven't really been keeping up with the YouTube poops or anything like that. I'll be honest, I don't really watch like the YouTube poops just like on my own free time. I mainly have watched the YouTube poops when I did the reactions. And it's not that I don't like them. It's just that I have like a specific kind of content that I mainly watch on YouTube. So I get recommended that. Thanks to YouTube, they don't really recommend stuff outside of that category. They have an algorithm. You watch a certain thing, they feed you a bunch of that. If a poop pops up that I think like looks like about a show or something that I like, I will definitely fucking watch it. But I haven't went and searched for them in a while since like reactions or anything like that. So I guess to answer your question, no, I haven't kept up with the YouTube poops. But I think actually I have seen a few. I think they're called poops. They're like basically a poop is when you like fuck something up and you edit it. But I have seen a few that was to do with Marvel. So I guess in some ways I've had some YouTube poops. Like I seen one with Tuco from what's the fucking word for it? Tuco from Breaking Bad, and they had him in there in the place of Iron Man fighting Thanos. Like I saw that. So I guess there has been some recommended to me because of like the Marvel stuff and things like that, but not the level that I was watching them during reactions, no. Okay, I'm way up here now. Way up here. Let me go down here, guys. Sorry I'm missing your comments. But when I go down, I'll probably miss some of them that was up there. Let's see. What's going on, Gary Turbo? Personally, don't mind people playing my game on stream. That's free advertising. What game did you make, Gary Turbo? I'd like to know. Sounds pretty cool. But I'm glad you don't mind. Because honestly, I will tell you wholeheartedly, I can't speak 100% for reactions. Like I said, there's a dark side too. But when it comes to games, I can speak 100% and say it's all good. You want people to stream your game. You want people to talk about your video game. I can say that guaranteed. Definitely want it. Like Nintendo discouraging people from fucking playing their game. Bad fucking move. Get with the times, guys. Okay, where am I at? Know if you saw. Restream.io. It allows you to stream multiple platforms. Actually, God, my ass is killing me. But actually, my ass is killing me. I might need to get me a softer padding or something for a chair. But then again, I don't know. I guess it depends on how I'm sitting because I'm kind of sitting back and kind of up a little bit. So I don't, maybe I'm hurting my own ass. But anyway, Restream, I think is what you're talking about. I actually have used that before where it like streams to all the different platforms. Thank you for recommending it. I've actually seen it. It's great. It works pretty damn well. And with today's day and age, I would suggest that people do stream in two different platforms. The only reason you shouldn't is if you're already a partner. I say use Restream, but yeah, it's pretty damn good software. Do I still got the? Okay, yeah. I definitely do still have the intro Bust Nut 33 with the fire on the logo and all that kind of stuff. I'll tell you right now, I don't know if you have the original files for that, but if you do have that, by the way, I really appreciate that. It's an amazing intro. But if you do still have the files for that intro, I would like at some point to just get it without me turning around pointing. You know, that fucking cringy, awkward ass me sitting in a chair pointing. I would rather have one without me in it. So eventually I can take a shot of me that's a lot better than that. That was the laziest fucking shit I could have put out at the time due to space and time. Basically, I sent Bust Nut. I was sitting in a fucking, I think it was like a spinning chair or something. And I just spinned around like that. It's the fucking worst piece of footage I could have given him. I think I'm going to reshoot something at some point, and all I need is just like the logo or whatever, and then I'll insert my own shit later on. But if you don't mind eventually sending me just if you still have it, I don't know, but just the clip without me turning around looking like a fucking jackass. Like, I'd appreciate it. But I love that intro. It was great. Love the music, the edit you did with the music and the, you know, the sound of the car or whatever. That was great. Love that shit. And it was short too. It's perfect. I don't want anything really big and long. God damn it. But I don't want anything that's like that is very drug out. I don't know how that can be fucked up, but I'm sure you guys can do that too. But I don't want anything that's drug out. I like something really quick, really just to the point, gets people right into the video. I don't want them to have to sit there and watch a 3-minute intro unless it's like a really big, long video. Then maybe I would do a longer intro. But that's it. It's like I was saying with BBT. I think he should use his old kind of slower intro for like if he does big content. But maybe like a quick little jingle for just like, I don't know, a simple reaction or something would be cool. Totally forgot you reacted to that shit, pun intended. I don't know what you're talking about. I reacted to, Alan, but I'm sure I did. I'm probably so far behind in the comments right now, but I've reacted to so much crazy shit. I'm sure it's something I've done. Spider-Man 3 editor's cut is the movie. I forgot for a second they put movies on PlayStation. I was like, wait, I thought we was talking about a movie. Is on the PlayStation. I don't really buy movies digitally. But I don't know. For that one, I might make an exception. I've never really bought movies digitally. I know we're going towards a time where there won't be no fucking choice but to buy movies digitally. But if I can help it, I try my best to get a Blu-ray or something like that. I don't care about the Ultra HD shit. It's too fucking expensive right now. Because they're getting to the point now where movies are like $5,000. You know, like I think it's like $100. It's like 90 something dollars, I think it was, for like 3 Batmans in Ultra HD. They lowered the price at one point in time to like 40 because they realized that this is fucking crazy. But the original price is like 80 something dollars for 3 fucking Batmans in 4K. Fucking insane. I'm not doing that, man. Like, I'm just going to keep buying the fucking Blu-rays as they are, just the basic Blu-rays. But yeah, that might be one I just have to get digitally if there's no physical media for it. Oh, fuck you, HBK. Says, my favorite part of these new streams is Barry constantly losing his. Look, the reason that's happening is because of the fucking system I've got set up right now. I don't have the second monitor. I'm gonna get it. I seem like I'm just gonna get something cheap. I'm not going out of my way for a second fucking monitor. I'm gonna get like one of those little $80 monitors, something, 1080p, basic little monitor. 70, 88 bucks, I think it is. But right now, I'm using this OBS chat, and sometimes when I put my mouse in it and I start to like go up and down, it just jumps. Either jumps to the bottom or jumps like in the middle of it. I don't know. It's fucked up. I like that they allow you to have that in OBS. It's really cool. But it's just fucking broke. Like, I'm afraid to do it right now. It's probably gonna happen right now. Wabi says, I get that, talking about my opinion on reactions, but I've seen really good channels getting fourth of the views the reaction videos get. I haven't seen that myself. If, like I said, if you have like a good solid argument on that, I ain't going to say that you're wrong. Maybe you have, but from my own perspective, I've not seen it. And I guess it depends on the type of person that's reacting. If somebody probably that has like millions of subs takes the video early on and reacts to it, that could be a problem. So my solution to that would be to give the video time before you react to it if you're in the millions. There's always a way to solve this kind of shit, and that would be it. Let's say somebody like Critical, before he reacts to something, he should give it time if it just came out, because he is fucking huge. For somebody like Billy Bob, he's big, but he ain't that big. Like, he's not going to steal everything. If anything, he's going to help you. But I can understand that maybe as time goes on, it might hurt you more than it helps. I don't know. Like, the bigger a streamer is or something like that, it could hurt. Then again, none of this shit is certain. It's just me, shooting in the dark here. What's going on, Eli? How you doing, buddy? Would I eat Pokemon's expensive ass cookies? At first I read that as Pokemon's expensive ass. Would I eat her? We're really getting into it here. But would I eat her expensive ass cookies? I'd eat them, but I wouldn't buy them. So if you're asking would I spend that much money on a fucking cookie, the answer is absolutely the fuck no. You could just get cookies that taste the same, if not better, for 10 times less than her cookies. No offense to her. I'm sure she's just, doing what she got to do to make money. But I think there's a more honest way to make money with more reasonable prices than to do that. Just, but her business, her marketing. So I guess the answer would be yes, I'd eat them. No, I wouldn't buy them. Somebody gave them to me. Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't know. I don't think she puts any drugs in them or anything. I'm sorry, Ashum Crafter. He says you could say that, but I'm not sure what I said because I'm so out of it here. What the fuck am I looking at? Gary Turbo says, I got Billy to watch a girl to eat raw seafood. Now, what kind of reaction did you get to that? Did you get the reaction that you fucking wanted out of it? See, that's the thing. You guys are in charge of what you've been sending him. And sometimes the shit you send him, he probably don't know how to fucking respond to it. I've not seen the video, but he probably has no fucking clue. There are people that send him stuff, and I'm not saying that's one of them, but there are people that send him stuff, and I'm like, you have to fucking know that Billy Bob ain't going to like this. You know he's going to watch it. You contributed already. You know he's going to watch it. But there's no way in fucking blue hell that you think he's going to give this a great reaction. Like, there's just no way. I've seen videos like that where I'm just like, there's no fucking way that someone didn't know Billy Bob wouldn't like this. But they wanted to see him react to it. And, in all fairness, that's all that matters. They wanted to see what he thought about it. That's it. So they got their way, I guess. And the thing about that is a lot of times people will send him stuff he just don't fucking like at all. And even if he don't like it and he's got a boring reaction to it because he don't know how to take it, they'll send him the same kind of shit again. They just really want him to see it. And they have all the right to do that, man. I mean, they're contributing to the channel. That's the way it goes. They're asking for something in return. They're saying, hey, this is what I want as my reaction reward. So they're allowed to ask for fucking anything, and he's going to watch it as long as it's within the rules and the guidelines and shit. But yeah, some of that shit, man, that they send him, it's just like you have to fucking know. This ain't Billy Bob's personality. This ain't Billy Bob's style. If you're a regular of his content, there's no goddamn way you don't fucking know that he ain't going to be into whatever it is you ask for. In some ways, I feel like people just trolling. Which it's their choice, if they're wanting to contribute to his channel and they just want to troll the shit out of him, hey, thanks for the contribution, you fucking trolls. I'm sure he enjoys that at least. He's appreciative, even if he don't fucking like the content. All right, where am I at? When BBT genuinely laughs, it's very entertaining. That's why I tried to. Yeah, Bustnut33, I'll tell you right now, you're definitely on the top tier. You might even be his absolute favorite creator, but I don't know. I know he's got a lot of people that he genuinely enjoys. I think AVGN is one of them too, that he genuinely enjoys and he loves it. And they're just kind of like a treat in between people sending him things just to troll him. Like he gets some treats in there too. But I know he definitely gets the biggest of boners when you put something up there for him. I guarantee you. talk about the boys. Some want to take it out of context. And probably, Alan, they probably will. Talking about the fucking show, of course, with like Homelander and everything, you sick fucks. All right, where am I at? Best part of the show is me finding the comments, right? Let's see. I'm just going to have to jump to some random ones here because I've already fucked up. It just bounced me back down. By the way, Barry, how do you find those musics like Billy Bob's did and guys to want to make every reaction character's intro full music place? If you're asking how I found my intro music, I looked up something like country music or some shit like that years back with the tag of royalty free. That's basically how I found my music. Went onto YouTube, looked some shit up, and then downloaded it because it's royalty free. They gave me permission to do it basically, and I started using it. The people that made my music, even though it's royalty free, I gotta say I haven't been very good. I've been a little naughty. I'm gonna get put on that naughty list because I haven't been like I didn't give them credit or whatever. I just said, oh, it's royalty free. I don't have to, and I didn't do it. I probably should go on there and try to plug them as much as I can because when I first put that song on there, I didn't think I'd use it as long as I have. It was just kind of a throw some shit on there real quick. Now I'm like using it a lot and it's kind of like my regular theme. Now I think it'd be a good idea to, I forget what their band name is, but it'd be a good idea for me to find what they're called and then put a play. I think it's like Hooky with Salone or something, I think was the name of the band. Yeah, I need to basically be a good person, get my ass up and start putting some credits to them. Because even though it's royalty free, even though I don't have to, I'd like to throw some attention their way. Because who knows? They might put some more royalty free music. Maybe something you guys can use. Basically, anybody can just steal Oldest Barry's song because it's royalty free. I would like to have something original that's just mine. But I like the song, man. Maybe I can get a play on it someday, or maybe I can eventually pay them to make like an original version of it for me so that it's my song exclusively. Not to say that I would go through and like copyright strike anybody that had my song in it. I don't give a fuck. As long as they're not like trying to duplicate my channel, copy what I do, and like, then I'd be a little upset. Somebody was just like, oh, I'm this Barry. This is my song. This is me. Then I might be a little upset. Would I file a copyright? No, absolutely not. I would contact them and say, hey, think you could spin that up a little bit, maybe be less me. Don't just duplicate everything I'm doing. But I wouldn't copyright strike somebody unless it was just like something fucking awful, which at this point, I'm not big enough for anybody to have done that. I don't think anyway. I mean, it's been I've got so many videos on the internet. Who knows? Somebody might have already done it. So many videos that I don't even know were there. A lot of those reactions I don't even remember. But yeah, there's a lot of shit on there. Onyx says, I also love the boys show, but I am kind of watching My Hero Academia, talking about the anime, now because season 4 of the boys is not released yet. I've seen My Hero, by the way. That's a good one, but I've only seen, I think, like the first 2 seasons, and it's been so long I don't remember much. I don't want to spoil anything, but I guess I saw something about All Might, and that's like the biggest thing I remember is that he apparently got injured, and he's like a crippled little guy now. And I'm just so depressing. But that's the things I made it to the point where the naked dude was on there. That was like the last thing I watched. But yeah, it's a good show. I can understand why you'd be watching it. Already made it to that one. Alan says you're setting yourself up unintentionally or intentionally at this point. I never try, man. I really don't. I mean, I don't go out of my way to say this is a good one to be YouTube pooped. Words are here. I know I'm going to say them, and I'm not going to not say them sometimes. So in a way, it's intentional in the sense that they're already there and I'm getting ready to say them. But before I say them, I'm like, I know what's going to happen, but I'm not changing my fucking words now. All right. I've already hit go in my brain. We're going with it. So I just say what I was thinking, and I know it's going to fuck me over. So yeah, I don't like go out of my way to do it. That's why I'm just stocking up on DVDs, talking about the physical collection thing. My laptop is enough to watch it on. You're talking about stocking up on DVDs are good too. DVDs are 720p. They're fine, man. There's no difference. Unless you've got like a gigantic fucking TV, then you might see a difference, like pixelization or whatever. But honestly, 720 is fine. DVDs are fine. If you can get the Blu-ray for like the same price, if not cheaper, hell, I mean, I did that with a Die Hard collection. I got it cheaper than the fucking DVD. Always get the Blu-ray if you have a Blu-ray player. If you don't, then I guess you ain't got no fucking choice. Let's see. I'm so far behind on these comments because they're talking about my comment about him being big. Shit. Chips Ahoy's cookies are better. I don't know what the argument was about, but oh fuck, Chips Ahoy are good. Imagine if Bubba's mom did what Pokimane did. The substances that would be located in those cookies would be deemed illegal before they even made it onto the market. So I don't think they'd get to people. I've got this bottle. I'm holding it right here. So yeah, I guess at this point I am deliberately asking to get pooped because I got a water dick. I'm gonna put this right there because my hands are like in the perfect position. You sick fucks, poopers, you fucking poopers. Onyx says, "Ayo, Billy's 4 or 5 inches." Oh, you're asking it with a question mark. How the fuck would I know? Oh, shit. Oh wait, you're asking that like his 4 or 5 inches because I was saying something. I thought you was legitimately asking me. I'm like, you got to go over to Billy Bob. You got to ask him. I don't know that information. Shit. This is the point of me getting so out of date here with the fucking comments. See you later, Seb West. You're probably already gone, but if you happen to rewatch the stream, see you later, man. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I can't even say that. I caught that after I said it. Can't even say thank you for coming. I can't say that. Normal thing to say, by the way, but I know when I say it after I've said it. You sick fucks. Sometimes though, you got to think like a pooper. Unfortunately, I think like a pooper usually after I've said something or I'm about to say it, like right before I say it. But you guys are training me. What about BBT and Otis shows their full intro music? Are you asking, do I think they should like put the full thing in just like any video? I still think it needs to be in longer videos if it's going to be a longer intro. I don't think you should put a really long intro and then it'd be like a 3-minute video no matter what the video or intro is. Oh, are you asking what their themes are? I don't know. I don't know what they looked up to find it. That would be something to ask Billy Bob, and honestly, I doubt he'd even fucking remember. I don't know what Billy Bob's stuff is. I think it's royalty free. I don't know how he found it. The one that he had for the long one wasn't royalty free. That's why he had to stop using it because he started getting copyright strikes for it. I know that. Might as well make my own music. I got the instruments and the software to do it. Yeah, Ash McCrafter, if you're capable of making music, absolutely, man. Put your art out there, your music out there. That's the best thing you can possibly do. I myself personally can't make music. I tried to play guitar when I was a little younger, and I could probably still do okay, but it ain't nothing fantastic. I'm gonna fuck up a lot. I played a little Johnny Cash when I was younger. But I'll tell you right now, it ain't good enough to make like my own intro music, and I know that. So for me, I'd have to hire somebody, bring somebody on. And let me tell you something, man. I talked to somebody a long time ago about some royalty-free music for a show that I didn't end up doing, and not royalty-free, sorry, but just music for myself. And whoo boy, it was gonna be like $1,500 for what I had that person doing. It was a lot, so it can get up there. By the way, the person that I was talking to, I don't want to say their name because I just named a price, so I don't want to link that to them. But they're a very renowned like musician, and they do a lot of royalty-free stuff for YouTube, and you've probably heard a lot of their stuff. And I was talking to them about stuff. But yeah, getting something exclusive, whew, the rights cost a lot. Well, we have video game open soundtracks music are not copyright. That's not true. Video game open soundtracks can be very copyright. If if you're going around using something that was created for, say, Mario Odyssey or something, you could easily get a strike for that. Maybe not a strike, but a takedown, or even just like they put a little thing that says this is our content on it. If you're talking about like the really old music for like Super Nintendo, odds are against it. I mean, it's so fucking old that I doubt anybody's going to come for you. But, you know, anything new, you can be at risk. It's possible. And I know you're probably thinking, well, people play shit on live stream all the time. They do. So it's not likely. I'd say your biggest culprit is Nintendo. Maybe not as much now. I know in like 2016, 17, you really had to be afraid of using music and shit with theirs. Yeah. Time about the cover runs. Eli says, "Hey Barry, you still got that witch costume?" I don't think I do. I'm pretty sure I left that witch costume with Otis. So Otis has got the witch costume as far as I'm concerned. Not to mention, I'm not that fucking, by the way, fuck you. It was a warlock costume. But that fucking costume was really fucking tight on me, all right? It was pretty fucking tight. Now, this vest here makes me look a lot fatter than I am. But as you can see, I've definitely got a little more weight on me than when I was doing that shit. So it'd probably be even more snug. Not that much more weight, but you know, I had lost a lot of weight there for a while because I was sick. I'm about back up to the weight when I first started doing videos. So I don't know if hell, that might actually, you know, I think the Halloween video was around when I first started. So I might be at the weight that I was. So if I had went when I like first lost weight, I probably would have fit better in the fucking dress. So I might be at the same, not dress, fucking robe. God damn it, fucking robe. I would have fit better in the goddamn robe than I would have. Yeah, shit. Fucking myself over. It's a fucking warlock. Only reason I think it's a witch is because you fuckers put it in my head, all right? Don't know what you're talking about. So that's why I bring that up. But I don't know what I brought up, but I'm sure it was gross. Welcome to Sperry Live. Unless you're talking about the witch costume. In which case, that's gross on its own, I guess, if you look at it like that instead of a warlock, you sick fucks. In case you didn't notice, I had clothes on, all right? I had pants underneath the fucking robe. Okay? I wasn't just like going out there balls fucking slinging around in the wind. All right? I had fucking something on underneath that. Then again, I don't know. How many women are walking around with their balls hanging out in their dress? Anyway, point being, I fucking assure you I had pants on shit because it was a robe. I thought DVD was 480p. Lalo. I think I'm reading your name. It's Lalo or Lalo. You might be right. I thought it was 720. I think there are some that can do 720 and some that can do 480. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I think that's what it is. Like, it depends on the movie. But you could be right. Could be 480. If that's the case, sheesh. I mean, you might notice a difference if that's the case. If you're right about that. Billy Bob's the 480p king. I'm sure he could tell you. VHS you're talking about? Yeah, I thought VHS was 480 and then DVD was 720, Blu-ray's 1080, and then Ultra HD is 4K. I thought. Could be wrong. Shut it down before the cookies hit the market. Yeah, I'm glad too. I don't want any of Bubba's mom's cookies. I saw a video of Jim Ross singing Limp Bizkit's My Way song. I kind of want to see that, Bust Nut. I bet that was great. God, man, don't get me started on what's going on with AI right now. Okay, I'm coming from a time before AI was what it is today. Hell, it was nothing like this. There was little hints of AI back when I was last streaming, but now, fuck, AI has went absolutely fucking insane, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. AI can be great if done in a legal way. However, I can see AI getting fucking dangerous and there having to be some laws put against it because eventually somebody's going to take AI. Like they can do that now, but it ain't going to be that great. And they're going to just be able to take old this Barry and it just looked just like me. Just do a whole fucking show, typing the words and me saying it. And they could just basically just make everybody believe that you said some real fucked up shit. Or they could just take your show and just start saying, "Hey, I'm this Barry." I'm using myself as an example because I'm fucking me. But the point being, they can do that to anybody. And I think there's going to have to get to a point where there's some laws put in place where it's like you can't do this. You can't use AI to do this kind of shit. But right now, I don't think there really is. And I've seen shit with like Biden and everything on there. Like I have seen shit with politicians and everything, but right now it's mainly just for comedic purposes. And I think the only way it should remain in a legal sense is if it's just like for satire and it has a very big fucking thing that says this is satire. Then it'll be okay. Maybe not if it's too real. Maybe make it look a little goofy on purpose if that's the case, because too real can still be. You can still get somebody fucked over. Alan says we're past 2 hours now. Yeah, I know. Don't fucking remind me, man. It's supposed to be a short fucking stream. And is it ever? Do I ever come on here and say I'm going to do a really short stream? Because in my mind, I'm thinking short streams like 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Come on here. I got things I got to do. And that's my idea. And then fucking 2 hours pass and I'm still here. Does it ever fucking work out for me? No. I have so much fun with you motherfuckers. I can't help it. Even if you do say some fucked up shit sometimes. Someone made an AI video of Billy Bob singing. I don't even want to say those words together. We're getting there. I mean, it's fucking happening, man. Actually in contact with a few artists and their way of doing it is simple. Well, man, I'd be asking for their advice, seeing what they want you to do there. Okay, where am I at? Because it dropped me to the fucking bottom again. God dang it. If I was fucking Billy Bob right now, I would be taking this garbage can that you guys can't see off camera and I'd be throwing it into something. But I'm not Billy Bob, okay? Instead, I'll probably take it back when the stream is over, take the garbage can and take a shit out of it out of anger. Then I had to clean it up, so I'm going to have to deal with that. That does nothing but hurt me. Why would I do that? It's just an angry shit, and I got to clean it up angrily. So it's an angry cleanup for an angry shit. You know what? All of a sudden, what Billy Bob does makes sense. It's much better than just taking a shit in the garbage can. You and Billy Bob were an awesome duo. At the very bottom right here. I agree. And eventually, we're going to do some more stuff. There's definitely going to be some more stuff, especially at Wrestle Chumps. But like I said, we're going to have to get it while it's hot because I'm not going to want to talk about WWE like after The Rock's gone. I don't see me like hanging on to the show after that. It's mainly just I'm interested in what he's doing and his heel turn and all that shit. After that, I'm probably going to, I don't want to like get Wrestle Chumps up and running because then I'm going to run out of steam and just be like, I'm done now. Like, so maybe a few videos. That's about it. Don't know what I missed there. Something about where's the belt. What the fuck? Okay, I'm behind here. What the fuck? Busnut33 says I was nude in that gorilla costume. It was still hot in that thing. Was that one of the things like you had on your bucket list? Like you just wanted to be completely naked in a gorilla costume and so you got to check that off? I don't know where this came from. I didn't know you was ever in a gorilla costume. But I'm glad to know that you were naked while you were in it. That's good. Can't tell you remember the last time I interacted with a DVD player? Honestly, same. I can't tell you. Been doing like PlayStation 3, like with Blu-rays since that point, so. Toby Whoopi says, Femboy Barry, absolutely not. I ain't gonna get into my opinion on femboys and all that shit, because you never know when you have some audience that just are really into that stuff, and you just shatter their whole world. All I will say is to each his own. But I think it's kind of fucking gross. What? Who said that? What? Okay, so these are people talking amongst themselves, which I'm glad you guys are having fun, but I keep thinking like it's going to me, so I'm about to read someone else's conversation. Jordan Dress says, "What's up this Barry? How you doing, Jordan?" Not much, just sitting here shooting shit. Okay, I think I'm caught up now. Busnut says it was exhausting. Talking about the gorilla. What I missed with that. Somebody, HBK23 says, "Whatever happened to Steve the Darkness? Haven't seen him since Barry unmasked him." Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he was fucking humiliated. Maybe he went and tucked his head down in hell. Maybe he was like, I don't ever want to be out there again. Everybody was able to see that my face was just a big asshole, and it's humiliating. I didn't want anybody to know that. But he didn't realize it got blurred out because he never stuck around to watch the footage, possibly. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. I don't know if he's done anything since I did that. I mean, if you were wearing nothing under the robe, God, I fucked up saying that what if the alien went after you? He could easily, yeah, he absolutely could. He would have just right straight down there and he would have had a blast. Luckily, he pushed past me because Billy Bob just looked so damn sexy to that alien. He knew what he wanted. He went and he got it. Billy Bob basically became takeout food at that point. He picked him up, brought him into his ship. It was over. What happened after that? I'm sure there's footage, but it's probably on like the dark web. But I'm sure that alien had a full course meal. That's all I will say. All right, where the fuck am I? By the way, I like the little. I'm noticing there's this thing now where you can see like hearts, like where people can select the heart thing. And I fucking love that shit, man. That's fucking awesome. That's a cool feature that they got here on YouTube now where people can like cheer basically or like put the heart thing. That's fucking awesome. I dig it. Don't be afraid to hit that heart, okay? Don't be afraid to hit it. I don't care how you think you're going to look. I don't give a fuck. You hit that fucking heart. You show love. I fucking love that thing. Billy does not like Spider-Verse movie. Yeah, thank you. See, I love those fucking hearts, man. Thank you for showing the love. Even though he never watched it. He doesn't like the Spider-Verse movie, even though he never watched it. Billy doesn't like the Spider-Verse movie? Why not? It's a good movie. I like that movie. Why didn't he like that movie? I didn't know he didn't like that movie. Well, fuck you, Billy Bob. That's a good movie. I don't know. Whatever. Good way to pass time. Yeah. I like it, man. It's pretty cool. I mean, I guess that's a new thing they got going on because I can see it here in OBS, and I'm guessing that means it's all in there on like YouTube and shit like that too. I don't have the YouTube control panel open. I've just got the OBS here. So, man, I'll tell you right now though, it's fucking distracting sometimes because I'm watching. Like, I should be looking at you guys. I should be talking to you guys, but I can see myself. So a lot of times I'll start talking, and I'm looking at my fucking self. Fucking weird. But it's like I can see myself, so I just keep looking back over here. So distracting in some ways, but at the same time, I guess I can monitor if I got like a big ass booger hanging at my nose or something. I guess I'll know about it. That's cool. So, there's that. Hey Barry, do you watch the Loud House? It's just like SpongeBob. I have, and now I don't know what that is. I know what SpongeBob is, but I don't know what the Loud House is. Barry chat. I gotta haul ass now, so you all have a good night and see you later. Good night, Busnut 33, man. Appreciate you swinging by. Thank you very much. Enjoy that gorilla costume. Get naked in it. Have a good, nice, sweaty night. But yeah, thank you for coming on here, Busnut. Eventually, we'll have to get on there. We'll have to play some games or something. Maybe Dead by Daylight. I know you really want to play that one. At some point, you might have to get on there and just play some Dead by Daylight. I know you really want to play it. I've never been the craziest about playing it, but I know you really want to play it, so we'll have to get on there at some point. Oh, this Barry's just been so fucking busy. As soon as these streams go off, I'm usually right back to doing what the fuck it is I gotta do. I'm happy that I got the stream tonight, though. Should watch Common Rider. We need Billy to see it too. I've heard about it, but yeah, I don't know what it is. God dang it. This freaking vest, man, it makes me look like I'm fucking pregnant. Like, look at this. This is how I look. I'm fine. All right. I am not that fucking fat. OBS, you fucking asshole. Stop making me look fat and pregnant. God dang it, man. Put on a little weight. I eat fucking children or something. God dang. Looks like I've been just going around consuming 18 pounds of steak. Billy don't like the Mortal Kombat movie from 1995. He don't? Is that like the you mean like the original Mortal Kombat movie? Billy, come on. Billy likes that one. No fucking way he don't like that. Where'd you hear that? Where the fuck did you hear that he don't like that one? Somebody puts in go wild bust. No, he will. He will. He definitely will. How the fuck long have I been on here? Shut up, Toby Wobby. I am not. We definitely will, Edison. We definitely will. You'd like that, wouldn't you, HBK? You'd really like that, wouldn't you? You're going to have to find your excitement somewhere else, you sick fuck. I'm keeping the vest zipped. I don't know, though. Honestly, I think it might be a change of style sometimes if I just have it, like, on the sides and then the vest unzipped, but, not for your sick ass. Is a really toxic, bad fan base. Really? I mean, that shit happens sometimes. Kind of like Swifties. Heard they're kind of dangerous. I ain't gonna get on the Swifties though. God, I am not attacking that shit. They're fucking dangerous, man. Taylor Swift, hear me out. Any of you people out there getting ready to come out here and kill me is amazing. Please don't murder me. God, man, you've seen the fan base of that girl. Fucking insane. Do I play VR chat? I've never, ever done anything with VR. And I fucking want to. I really want to try VR. Do I think it'd be anything more than just like a gimmick that lasts a day or two? Not really. But I would really love to try it. Like, I just want the experience of it, man. I just want to try VR. But there's so many VR headsets, and I don't know which one to like go with. And I don't think my little laptop here is powerful enough for VR. Like, I don't know if I've got a RTX 3060 laptop in here. I doubt it's gonna do much. It's good. It can play games at medium, some high settings. I said that on the last stream, but I don't think it can do VR and games. Like, I don't think it's powerful enough to do that. So I would have to do VR for like the PlayStation 5. I'm pointing over here. This is actually the Xbox, or the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox. I don't know if does Xbox even have fucking VR? I don't think they got enough fucking games to do VR. It'd have to be PlayStation 5 probably. Otherwise, I'd probably need to get a whole new setup with like a more powerful GPU and all that shit. Did I hear the Vorticast stuff from years ago? I know the name, but no, not really. I've not like kept up. You talking about Billy Bob and his fucking weird shit that he has going on in his life? No, I don't keep up with that shit. I don't know what he's got going on, man. Everybody that's on that channel is fucking insane. I'd rather stay out of it as much as I can. Only PS4 and PS5. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The fucking Xbox, man, it's a great system, but it's going to die. It really is. I'm glad I just got it basically as like a home entertainment system because I don't see it being a primary gaming console. If they just keep going in the direction they're going in. Good console. A lot of great features on that thing, but you got to put something on it, guys. You get a Google Cardboard for your phone. You can use a driver called Ivory and connect it through Steam to use your phone as a headset. Phone as a headset. By the way, this is the phone. So I can use this as a headset. You know what I just noticed? It's perfect. It's fucking perfect. It goes with me 100% perfectly. But yeah, that would be kind of cool. So like flip it sideways and then have it like this right here. It might be neat. I don't know. It might be. I feel like I'd get a big fucking headache from that, but I mean, it might be neat. Who knows? Like you just stick it on your eyes, like goggles, basically. What's going on, One Man Army? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, that could work. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just stick it on my eyes. Billy Bob Tanley is a Tekken character. I mean, he could be. Maybe if that video game boxing thing happens, it might be possible. Phone looks the same as yours. It's one of those Galaxy phones. The one that I got is good, but it's not like the top line. I think it's kind of like an A54 or something. And the reason I got that one, because I had thought about getting like one of the more expensive ones, but the more expensive ones are like $300 more. Hell, I think they're far fucking more. I think it's like $600 or $700 more or something like that. And this one was like $450. It was on a deal. That's a deal, by the way. And the only thing that it like doesn't have is like the camera doesn't have like the auto zoom or some shit like that, or some shit like it can go closer. I don't care. Don't give a fuck about that. And it's a little less powerful, so it probably can't play Call of Duty on a phone, which who gives a fuck? But honestly, I prefer this one because it has the slot for an SD card, and the Galaxy S23, I think it was. I think that's the newest one. I don't know if it's 24 now, but that one didn't have a slot for an SD card. So it had more stuff, but I wanted one with the SD card in general. So I got the cheaper-ish one, but it still works pretty good. The camera's still pretty fucking amazing. It's got good like stabilization and all that stuff in it. So it's still a good camera, good phone. So you might have the better version than me because they look very much alike. See, dude, it's been years. I ended up joining the U.S. Army. Congrats to you, man. Take care of yourself out there. As a combat engineer contract, that's really cool. Got cut short due to medical. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, I hope you got somewhat of a good experience out of it, and a good learning experience out of it, and all that. I'm sorry you got cut short. That sucks. But I appreciate your service anyway. The Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Yeah, that S22. I didn't know if it was 23 or what. Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. That sounds fucking crazy. You probably ain't got a bank account left. But they're fucking nice phones. I mean, if you're loving it, it's worth it. Surprised that phone it's not flannel. It kind of is like it's kind of flannel, like it's got the pattern kind of, but it definitely wasn't intentional. I just thought it was really fucking cool case and I bought it. But yeah, it works with me. Have I seen AI covers? Oh, like music over top of a YouTuber? I've heard of them, but I don't think I've seen any. No. Broke. Oh man, that sucks. Oh, you had phone insurance. Cool. Cool. That's fucking awesome, man. Yeah, with the way they fucking are, you basically need insurance on all those things. They're the price of a fucking car lately, I'm sure. Let me tell you something, brother. When it comes down to phones, I am probably one of the last few people on the fucking earth that does not bring mine with me everywhere. And when I go out driving someplace, a lot of times I don't even have a phone on me. I don't really want my phone around me most of the time because I feel like, and this is just me. Hold on, let me sit up real quick because my fucking ass is killing. Oh god damn, my ass is fucking dead. Shit. This chair works good until you've sat for hours in it in one position mainly. At least it's good on my back. But my ass is just oh, fuck. God damn. But anyway, what I was saying is I'm one of the last people I think in the fucking world that don't bring my phone with me. And the reason for that is when I'm going out to see friends, stuff like that, I feel like when you got your phone on you, I feel like a lot of times it just makes everybody around you feel less visited, less important. I want people around me to, to know that they got my undivided attention, that I'm here for them at this point. So a lot of times I'll leave my phone at home. There's been very rare cases where I have brought my phone like with me to things. Um, but I'm trying my best to keep it at home. And when I would bring my phone with me, I brought it because I plan on taking pictures or something like that, like an event or something. Like if I went to like a festival or something and they had crafts and like neat items, then I might bring it just because I want the pictures. But if I'm going to visit somebody one on one, I really like to keep that phone away from me as much as I can. Sometimes it has to happen though. Like if I'm taking a trip, I just don't know where to fucking go. GPS is a lifesaver, man. But for the most part, I definitely try my absolute best to keep the phone off of me if I can. And I do think I'm one of the few because, no offense to my friends, love them to death, but they don't ever do the same fucking thing. They always got their fucking phones out. Like they have to check it every 3-4 minutes. Like that's just the way it goes. I love my friends, don't get me wrong, but they don't do the same thing. And sometimes I'm just sitting there while they're checking their phones, staring at the fucking ceiling, and I'm just like, okay, all right, it's important. Apparently, it's got to happen. But shit, maybe I'm just too fucking old timey. I don't know. Maybe I just want a time back that's no longer there. Where am I at here? It's not the best phone, but it does run good. About the S22. It's ran Call of Duty, Minecraft, and some other games. Had a good 120 frame. That's pretty cool, man. I mean, I doubt I'd ever play Call of Duty on a phone. I don't think I could ever figure that shit out. How the fuck can you sit on a phone and play Call of Duty? You got some skills if you can do that with like the touchscreen and shit. I cannot do that, man. I might be able to play something like maybe fucking Pokemon Go or something because you're just flicking shit. But something that complicated, God, man, I could not do it, especially Minecraft. How the fuck are you guys doing that? I don't know. Now I'm just feeling real fucking old. Did Hellion Hero make me say that word? I don't remember. If he did, fuck you, Hellion Hero. But I don't know. I wouldn't even know if he did make me say it. That's the sad part about it. I probably said it and didn't even know I've said it and things. I know the one time I did say it by accident though. Been interviewing other small time YouTubers. That's really cool, man. I know personally, and I do gaming streams. I'm sick right now, so show is on hiatus. But let me know if you want an interview. I appreciate it, man. If I'm actually on here a little more, like a little more active, I'll definitely do that. I definitely need to get more into doing things though. This is the second stream I've done in the past 3 weeks. I think it is 2-3 weeks, and as you can see, I don't even have shit set up yet. It's still an echo fest in here. How's it working with you guys, by the way? You guys, is it okay? Is the echo too bad? Because I'm trying to sit a little closer to the microphone this time, but I know it's not great. It's got a ways to go. But no, I definitely appreciate the invite, one man. I hope your show goes good. Let's see. I don't carry it with me all over my house. I mean, it's honestly with me a lot more at my house than it is when I go out. Hey Barry, have you been on the BBT Discord recently? I have not. I don't know how things are going over there, but I hope they're going well. I haven't really done much with the Discord. I don't really do much chatting in general, so I'm not sure how that went. I know that when I basically retired out for a little while there and went on my hiatus to focus on my life and correcting things with my life, I just basically didn't log into most of any kind of social media. So it's just one on the list of many things I haven't done, but I hope things going good over there. I did hear that Pablo had left the server. I heard about that through a friend of mine. but I don't know who you guys got running it or whatever now. Do I watch Gary's Mod fan animation videos on YouTube? I do, and I've seen quite a few of them, and they're really funny. Good shit. Where am I at now? Where I can play, because the Galaxy phones have desktop environment that is not visible unless we connected it to our TV through HDMI. I can get that. I mean, it probably is a really nice screen. Sounds okay-ish. I appreciate that, Alan. Hopefully it's not too bad. It needs some work. I need to get, like I said, I'm trying to get a little close to it, but I want to relax sometimes, so I pull back like this, you know, especially with my ass the way it is right now, which feels broken. Did I see Coppercab is live streaming? That dude has the funniest fake anger reactions. I did not know he was live streaming. That's the boy that gets angry all the time, right? I guess now he's a grown ass man. Fuck! Time flies, man. About to get the stereotypical old man, I'm out of date talk here in a second. Yeah, but yeah, I definitely feel fucking old. I'll tell you that. I do, man. I see these words that all these kids are using and everything, and I am just fucking out of the loop. And what is the word? Riz. These kids saying I got Riz and all this horse shit. And I know, when I was younger, we had shit words like that too. But I never thought I'd get to a point where I was just so fucking out of date with all the words and stuff. But I am, man. I'm completely out of date with this stuff. I am lost. Tell you one thing, I don't really use TikTok. I feel I joined TikTok one time, okay? I'm gonna admit that. And I joined TikTok because I had some friends that was just like, hey, I'm on TikTok. And I never uploaded anything. It's just like I joined it. And I felt fucking out of place. I mean, just so out of place. Because every single video was like this really young, mainly younger girls. Definitely don't make me feel safe being there. Like just posting really weird shit. And I was like, I don't feel like I belong here. Now, I say I created an account. I still got the account on there. I just don't use it for anything. Like it exists. I don't even think I'm going to remember the login for it, but it exists. But I don't have an account like for me. I've never done an account for me. Basically for like my show or anything. It's just an account that I created for some friends. And I just know that I was there and I was fucking lost, man. I just felt out of place. That's what I know. Let's see, where am I at? It was snowing earlier. I don't know where you at, but damn. Let's see. Where the fuck am I at here? Well, shit. I'm jumped down to the bottom now. Somebody says me too. I hate TikTok. Toby Wobby says, I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to hate something just because it's trendy and kids like it. I end up hating things just because of that. I don't want to, but I get what you're saying. Like for me, it's like I go there and it's just the trendy shit, and it kind of gets in that level of cringe, which I've been known to do some cringe myself, but you know, maybe not to that level. And I just don't feel right about being there. That's not to say that Oldest Barry will never do something. But if I was going to do anything like that, like the TikTok shit, I'd probably just do YouTube shorts. It's basically TikTok too, but the audience isn't younger girls. Like I just, and that's not attacking anybody that's on TikTok. Don't feel bad because Barry feels weird being on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, if you like doing that stuff, do not let me make you feel bad about that. You go do your own thing, man. You enjoy what the fuck you do. All right. Don't let me discourage you from doing it. This is just my take, how I feel around it. Could just be my own experience. Maybe I'm just having a bad run with it. I don't know. But yeah, if you're doing that kind of stuff and you're enjoying it, please keep doing it. Don't let Barry's stupid opinion sway you. Barry's stupid. All right. Barry's stupid half the time and he's old. So that's all that matters. So many army stories. Oh boy. I hope they're good ones. That's all I can say. I know this shit gets serious over there. Have better luck. Eardrums. Where was I at now? Most of those words never made sense to me, and it never will to this day. I think it's just America's ruined mindset doing stuff that shouldn't belong. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe. There was shit going on when I was a kid. Like there was shit that I had people, saying the same shit that I'm saying now. People saying, oh, kids are fucked up nowadays. All these words are fucked up nowadays. So I can't really say much because maybe it's just me getting old and now I'm seeing it through the perspective of an older person and I'm feeling the way that the older people of my time felt. But at the same time, I mean, I try to keep up with stuff as much as I can. Like I know what some of these words mean. Well, maybe not entirely, but I get the gist of it. Like when somebody's saying, I got fucking Riz or whatever, I get they're saying like they got style or they look good. Well, it's probably not 100% accurate, but I get what they're trying to imply. So I can somewhat convert it. It's like, look, man, in the 1990s, there were people going around saying talk to the hand and all this shit. Like that shit was fucked up. It's fucking stupid. But I didn't think much about it because I was part of those times. So, I can't say much to the kids these days besides there's just places, and it's probably just an age thing, where I just don't feel like I belong. And TikTok is one of those places where I feel like I go there and it's like, I don't know if I should be here, man. That's all there is to it. His new catchphrase. Where am I at? Yeah, that's gonna be it as long as I keep using fucking OBS. I'd say I hate how brain dead Gen Alpha and young Gen Z is. What the fuck is Gen Alpha? Now I've heard of Gen Z, but what the fuck is Gen Alpha? Did I miss a generation? God damn, man. How many of these fucking names are there? I never heard this shit when I was younger. I never heard Gen anything. Like, we were part of the Gen shit. I guess everybody's got Gens, but I didn't hear about it. Now everybody's got fucking labels. Fuck. Doesn't Alpha come before Beta? So, wouldn't that... Oh, god damn. So shouldn't there be a Gen Beta? And you guys are probably already going to think about it. There's already some Beta people out there. You probably already got one for that one. Every generation is going to get worse as time goes on, and it's possible, man. Country ain't doing very good right now. Talk to the hand actually has meaning. Yeah, but Riz, it has meaning too. I mean, it just don't seem like it does if you're hearing it like just like someone talk about it. There's a lot more words. You guys probably know of them. I just can't think of them off the top of my head, but there's a lot more weird fucking words that are just... I'm lost. I'm fucking lost, man. I'm an old man at this point. Gen Alpha are people born from 2009. Somebody's got to give me a fucking rundown of the gens here, okay? Because I know they're talking about boomers. They're talking about Gen Z. They're talking about Gen Alpha. There was, what the fuck else was there? What the fuck else was there? There was another one that I'm forgetting here too. I don't fucking remember. Gen everything, man. God dang it. Hey, Barry, have you tried using Instagram before? I have tried using Instagram before, but Instagram It feels a little strange, but it's not as bad as TikTok. Instagram's just basically, you take pictures, you put your ass on there. Okay, you can't do that. That's Pornhub. Don't do that. But you take pictures and you put stuff on Instagram, and I don't really care much for it because I'd rather just post something. My favorite place to just post shit at all is between Facebook and Twitter. And Facebook is kind of more like family oriented, personal shit, I feel like. And Twitter, well, it's getting kind of fucked now because of the stuff that happened with it becoming X or whatever. But Twitter, I really like the idea of something not just being like a big blog post or whatever, just being able to just type something in real quick and say what you want and stick it on there. Like, I really like that idea. I just don't like that they put such limits on how much you can type. And I know you can fucking buy Twitter Blue or X or whatever the fuck they want to call it nowadays, but I ain't doing that just so that I can have more tweeter space. All right? Like, fuck off, Elon. I ain't doing it, man. But yeah, I like Twitter best, especially what it used to be. Gen Z are people from 1997 to 2012. Okay, you're giving me a little bit of a rundown here. 2000. Yeah, that's what Toby Wubby's saying. I might have to go just like Google all of this shit and see, just so that the next day I can still forget about it. I would say, let's see, he's saying that's modern days to you, but I used 2000s. I grew up as a kid back in the day. I would say probably most of y'all are younger than me. Most likely. I could be wrong. There could be quite a few that's around there, but most of you are probably younger than me. I ain't going to talk about my exact age. You guys can guess it. You're probably already throwing 50 and 60 out there. But I ain't going to talk about my exact age because I never know what I'm going to do with videos and things like that. But you shoot in the dark here. Maybe I'm like Billy Bob. Maybe I just turn 40 and stay that way forever. Was millennial. Thank you, Alan. Yes, the millennial. That was the other one. Let's see. Somebody says, Eli says, I'm 21. What's going on? Crispy Motion says, I'm 22. Yeah, that's around the age that I would suspect that most of you guys are at. Billy Bob's 40, man. That's all there is to it. He's going to be 40. Next year, he's going to be 40. Next year, after that, he's going to be 40. I can't wait to celebrate his 40th birthday. I've definitely missed out on this shit. I don't know. Like, I'm going to have to go Google this shit. Billy Bob was pooped out. Man, he's been pooped out for years, I'm sure. He's watched so many of them. Ashmer says, I'm 19. Well, at least you're old enough to be here in my stream. Which anybody under the age of 18 is not. Billy Bob is immortal. It's the worst kind of immortal, man. It's like that's the kind of guy that don't need to be around forever. They just don't. The world's not a better place because of him. Yet he's going to stick around his whole life for eternity, right here on Earth, polluting shit. His big old alien dildos. The room is so quiet. You mean my room? My room says it's echoey, man. There's nothing fucking in here. People keep asking me, Deadly Bioshock said, you got anything you gonna do with your background? Is it that fucking bad? Yes, it's completely empty in here. I've not got everything moved in. As you can see, I got boxes. I'm just now getting stuff built. I put this desk together. Yes, this big ass empty room is going to have a ton of shit. I've got plans for shelves and stuff hanging on the walls, and it's going to be decked out. But before I can get to that, I'm kind of iffy on whether or not I want to paint like all of this before I start moving stuff in here and setting it up. Because right now I've only got stuff in this specific little area, which is still a good little amount of stuff I'm gonna have to move. I got this big ass 65-inch TV sitting here, and I got the big ass new desk I had to, or not desk, but the shelf I had to put together for the TV, and I got this big ass corner desk over here, and I've already got some stuff, and I got like a drawer. You can't see it; it's just a little off camera, but I got a drawer over here too. If it wasn't for that stuff, it'd be far worse echoey than it is right now. But yes, I do got plans to put stuff in here. It's just if I start moving everything right now, then that kind of kicks painting. And I'm not crazy about the wallpaper in here. And yeah, whoever decided on it, their taste could be better, to say the least. But I'm just not crazy about like the designs and stuff. It's got like the brown strips on certain spots, like up here at the top, and then the wallpaper. Like the bottom strips, those big white ones. Like, which way am I pointing here? This way, my fucking arm gets in the way when I go to point at it. The white strips on the bottom of the fucking wall, I like those. Those are okay. Like, I'd like to keep those white with like gray blue. But the brown ones at the top, no, I don't like those. So I'm probably going to want to paint before I start like slamming shit in here. But yes, sorry, I got on a tangent. But yes, I am planning to decorate this place and putting some shit around where the walls are. Looks like Barry is being held prisoner. It's just this one small spot. They just took me and locked me in here, man. I just got this. They were generous enough to give me all the streaming shit though, and the gaming laptop and everything. But the one thing I don't have to change about this place is I really like the floors, like the gray floors. Like I really like that. That's one of the things that really sold me on this place, how nice the floor was. Well, in some areas, the kitchen floor was fucking awful. We tore that shit up and we're working on it. But the rest of this place, I really liked it. Like the floors. CHBK20. You fucking asshole. Don't you fucking flip that around. That is not what I meant at all, you piece of shit. Fuck you guys. No, there's no hidden meaning behind that. No, I'm not being held prisoner. I don't know, Deathly Bioshock. It's just a big ass blank wall right now. This is just a streaming room. This fucking room is dedicated to just like office stuff and things like that. But it is going to get more shit in it. Is over 9,000? Yeah, it probably is. By the way, do you still see alien spaceships hovering around when you're outside, maybe going to work? Um, I'll tell you right now, true story. I was driving back home one night, and there was this big ass red like ball that came straight down and landed behind the mountains. Now, I would say that this was probably a drone blowing up or something. But this was before like drones were really a thing, like before they were really picking up. So the color that it was, it could have been, I guess what they say is like a big ball of shit that comes out of a plane. But I'd like to believe, I'd like to believe that that was an alien going behind the mountains, probably to take a shit or something, because they gotta go, they gotta stop somewhere. So that's been my encounter with a UFO, which is what that was. I mean, it was a UFO, but it was like it went down, but it was most likely it was just a pile of shit going behind a mountain. That's probably all it was. Somebody dropped some shit, but that's my story. Barry already can't stand the brown boxes. Fuck you, Deathly Bioshock. I'm not letting you guys get in on this one now. I watch the back rooms they found footage. I don't watch them. I've seen the video games like on Steam and stuff with the back rooms, and those kind of look creepy. Um, That's what it feels like in here, right? That's what you're implying. Kind of. Honestly, you're not wrong. If it was pink, then we know it's Betsy Buns. The reason I'm so skeptical to say that it was like, a flaming ball of shit is because it wasn't like a fire color. It was like a solid red color, almost with like a glow around it. And it wasn't falling like it was dropping. It was going like it was moving down. Like there was almost points where it felt like it paused. Like it was going down and then it would kind of slow a little bit and then go down a little faster. So that's the reason I'm just like, I don't think it's a ball of shit, like falling from a plane or something, because it wouldn't make any sense how it was like slowing down. Now I could only see this for a little bit, like, and it was basically just like looking through the rear view, but it was definitely something weird, and I didn't think it was fire. That's all that I know. But I was in a car, so maybe I just wasn't able to see enough detail on it. I hate to jump straight into aliens, but aliens. Barry lives in the back rooms. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. But right now, I'm living in the back rooms. Okay. I have got to get off here. I can't feel my ass. I'm not sure at this point if I ever had an ass. But I got to get off here because my ass is killing me. I got stuff I got to do. It's already 9:48. I have really enjoyed just shooting shit. I know this wasn't the most exciting stream. I know usually I get on here and I'm blasting off and I know you guys love that shit and I do too. But yeah, I have been tired. I got off work and I am just fucking exhausted. I'm surprised I went as long as I did coming off of work. But it's been a blast. I've enjoyed just kind of relaxing, hanging out. Maybe at some point I will boot up Elden Ring or something and we'll play that and go from there. So yeah, the worst thing for me of all is fucking outros. I ain't got outros, all right? I ain't got nothing like fucking Billy Bob. I ain't got that shit. So I'm going to have to think of something, all right? This is this Barry. And I've still got my ass, I think. Even if I can't fucking feel it. I'm just going to have to go with that. Thank you guys, though. Honestly, thank you guys so much for coming over here. Thank you guys for visiting me. I do appreciate it, for attending the stream. Hope you guys have enjoyed just shooting shit with old this Barry. It's been fun. It's been relaxing. I've just enjoyed taking my time and being slow with things. Wrestling shit beyond Wrestle Chumps. Who knows? I might just jump right over to Wrestle Chumps and do a stream on there. Who knows? Just talk about wrestling so that we can talk about wrestling. I got a lot of shit I want to talk about with wrestling, but not everybody wants to talk about wrestling every single time. So next time, maybe we'll go on Wrestle Chumps, talk about some shit, and who knows, maybe at some point I'll get y'all's favorite Billy Bob Tanley on there at some point. But I've got to tell you, I can't do that until I get a second monitor because I got to have a bunch of shit over on this screen and then shit over on this screen. So it's kind of hard. I got to have something to monitor shit too. So let me get the second screen or whatever, and then we'll do like some double shit on Wrestle Chumps or whatever. Anyway, let's see. I'm probably missing some comments here. Thank you very much, Boost Guardian. Thank you for attending. You don't approve of Billy Bob's message? No, I don't. Nothing he ever says. See you later, Onic. I appreciate you guys showing up. Chris Promotion says, balls deep. Is that what you want my outro to be? You just want my outro? That's just the outro? There's nothing else? All right. Well, okay. You know what? You got your way. All right. This Barry